ain't honest, but it's work.
Capitalism be like,
The
it ain't honest, but it's much.
The hard-working man is too powerful for the thought.
Oh yeah, farmer-resisted vampire seduction. The hard-working man is too powerful to succumb to the seduction of the thought.
Hey, Amy.
What is a thought compared to a mind?
Yeah. You never gave me a full.
That's the
like
coolest
a complete
thing,
answer.
by the way. That line.
Is it
from
cool if I
System
save
Shock
my
2?
skill feat until next
What is
level?
a thought compared to a mind?
I won't. It's not going to be something like, oh, I just at any moment choose. Oh, I'm just going to have this skill feat now. It's just I have to level to 15 to be able to select it.
Can I wait a second?
I retract my
Sure.
previous statement of it doesn't look like the storm is going to hit us, and correct it to the storm is probably going to hit us, based on the wind.
Why can't I hear anything? Hee-hoo, peanut.
I won't answer, and he's just like,
Hee-hoo, peanut.
Yeah.
Alright, I can turn this back over to the middle. And crank this up just a little more. Just a spittle.
Sprankton, a noun, a disease you get from chewing too much.
Alright, that looks like a good waveform. Good, we're good.
Sprankton.
Right, fantastic.
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh, Aeva.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I said that to Zane. He did not like
He
it.
didn't appreciate it. You need to hit him with that, like, on, like, the plane.
Yeet!
Oh, Aeva.
Well, no,
Is this a new model?
no. I had just painted it because I did not want to use a placeholder.
You gotta hit that thing with a varnish, or you're gonna lose all your paint.
Yeah,
We already
no.
killed Varnish.
No.
I need a varnish. I don't want to use Ard Coat because that's a shiny.
Hey, actually,
varnish.
can we kill Ty? I think it might
Yes.
be time.
I think you can run this game with 3 people.
Anyways, before we get started, I would like to ask, everyone here has leveled their character as they were supposed to, right?
Correct.
Is Cassandra currently level 13, Matthew?
Should be 13 with 500 experience.
Okay.
Well, Path Builder can make that happen pretty fastly, so...
Correct, which is why I've done it.
I've been busy the past week.
What the fuck is this?
Several things coming up.
It is a box, Tyler.
I really am the worst. I'll just see shit on a table that's not mine, and just be like, hey, what's this? And just pick it up.
Although-
Like, who does that?
She's
Oh, it's a cable, okay.
It's not going to take long. It's literally only the one level as opposed to.
Cool.
12!
Hey,
I mean, do you have Path Builder?
No.
You should get it, it's stupid useful, actually.
I'm sure it is.
where is? Hey, Amy.
What?
Where is the Isn't there a archetype spell slot thing?
Huh?
Never mind. I'll find it myself.
What are you looking? What do you mean?
Like, no, I'm thinking of 5e.
What are you asking me?
Archetype spell slot.
I understood what she said the first time. It didn't mean anything. I'm asking for clarification.
Gotcha.
Like, the amount of spell slots you get for being an archetype of a spellcaster.
Like having another dedication?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called whatever the name of that class is, breadth. Or spellcasting breadth.
Okay.
Okay.
How did they get the ships out of the bottles and into the water?
You break the bottle, duh.
Fucking hate you so
How do they make them grow that fast?
Magic.
Well,
Are they like the little capsules? If you put them in the water, they
that's
grow.
that's exactly how it is.
218.
Forehead.
Okay.
How did I blow over this page 3 times?
You want to know what Pokemon got a 4-head? A fucking shield on. My man's got a
Yay.
5-head.
Mastodon.
Bastiodon got an 8-head.
It's a
I thought it
24 head.
I thought it was Rampardos at first, but then Declan, oh no, they were so polite as to correct me because Bastiodon got that 24-head.
Okay, so I'm
Out here with a 96 head, acting like it's okay.
400-head.
And expert in alchemical weapons.
Dialga got that 4-head.
Big head.
Big head. Big Yoshi.
big.
And just as a quick, when you level up, how much health do you add? I forget. Like what the specific.
It's
Depends on your
class.
class.
Yeah.
It'll
class.
say.
Okay.
Which for Alchemist here, I'll get it for you. You
I
can just
I
stay
have
on.
the book right here.
I do too.
It's 8 plus my con mod.
I could have told you that.
But not as fast as he did.
I have a suggestion for you, Haley. Don't. Don't do
Sorry,
it.
that was really funny. Okay, well, that's not too bad.
Out here creating 9/9s on turn 3.
I am
Like it's a thing to do.
138
There you go, I'm done.
HP.
Oh wait, I get 2 spells.
138.
What are you lacking with this skill feat that you can't take at this level?
Mastery and I would need mastery and occultism, which next level I'll get the general feat. I'll get the feat unified theory, which does mean that I can substitute my arcana for any skill feat requirements.
And what level does that feat require?
Unified theory or the
No, the other one.
bizarre magic? Maybe like 7, I think.
Sure, you can wait.
Okay, thank you. Let me make sure of that so I'm not bullshitting you.
You got glasses there. Artifacts don't have summoning sickness, do they? They can tap as soon as they enter. They're
Feats.
artifacts.
I don't think artifact creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bizarre
not
magic.
artifact creatures, but artifacts can.
Yeah, everything I told you was correct, by the way.
Okay.
Well, that's great. That means it is a turn 3 9/9. That's fun.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeet.
Yunt.
God, we're all so fucking cripplingly stupid.
Oh, you can yeet.
You can yunt.
You can yap?
You can move your body pre-blue.
God, again, crippling stupidity is the name of the game here.
Pre-blue.
Worry not, lads.
You can move your body pre-blue.
Would we be in this much trouble having this much fun otherwise?
I guess not.
No.
When you put it like that, fuck.
You know, when you put it like that, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me really remember and be thankful for the fact that having fun isn't hard when I've got my library card.
God, I can't breathe your glasses.
Yeah, dude. It's like the fucking seal Pokemon cry. They just
All I have to
scrawl.
do is my ancestry feat and then we're good to go.
We was raw.
Stop it.
Shut up. Shut up.
Please.
That was me that time.
Well, this was easy. I only have one option for 13th level ancestry feat as a
Oh.
human.
Oh,
You can
Pog?
also take any of the lower levels.
That's true, but
Oh, so?
unconventional expertise is very good.
What does that do?
Actually, never mind.
I'm glad we covered all our bases there.
I thought it, for some reason I thought it applied to skills, only applies to weaponry. And, I mean, you've continued to advance your powers using your unconventional weapon, whether
Does
you...
that not have a prerequisite? Of the original unconventional weaponry feat at first level?
Glasses on tattoo.
Oh, I didn't show you the Fruit Loops, Haley.
I'm not going to be taking
You're not going to be taking the feat that you have literally no use for and don't have the prerequisite for.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Hey guys, I have a question for you.
Do you think?
Share if you don't think.
What is the question?
Yeah.
What is the question?
Should I take a really powerful blast spray? Rather, a really powerful blast. The spell turning, which would be really cool, which just reflects spells back at their target.
No, you.
Which, actually, that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Is it cast as a reaction?
No.
How the fuck does that work?
I'm gonna use spell turning. I'm just gonna not cast a spell.
Spell turning.
Drat! Foiled again.
It's a 2-action spell that lasts for an hour.
An hour?
I can attempt to reflect a reaction to attempt to reflect it. This uses the same rules for counteracting a spell, but if the spell is successfully counteracted, the effect is turned back on the caster.
Does that only work once?
Hang on. Oh, it only works once.
Oh.
So it's basically the equivalent of like a fucking like one-time use shield that you just.
Yeah.
But if you try to use that to counteract and fail, does it still use that one usage, or does it expire once you successfully counter a spell?
Whether or not the counteract attempt is successful.
Okay.
Your odds are pretty good.
Your odds are
spell is
fairly
that?
good.
That is a 7th level spell.
Return a fireball on its caster.
Ooh.
They spent their actions to hurt themselves.
Just bounce. There it is. You activated bounce. Hitting them with the Palutena downbeat.
We can start now.
We're
I
fucked.
just need to change the level of my skills as I've gone up a level.
I need a drink. Can you get me a drink?
Sure. The other spell on the docket.
And my diet, my insulin.
Sure.
And
The other
Pepsi
spell
Man.
on the docket is Magnificent Mansion. But are we really gonna need that?
And
Probably
the
not.
on the wall.
The one time I would have needed it, we kind of didn't have it.
Then I guess we didn't need it.
And the press on the wall.
It did mean that actually, Magnificent Mansion's not that uncommon. Or rather, isn't uncommon. I can just go get that in Archbridge.
There you go.
Thanks, Chozo.
On the wall.
Remember the ABC rule of first aid. A bone coming out through the skin is very bad. Health. I hate this fucking. I hate this head so much. Hell.
I hate you.
Just look at him. Health.
Let me see.
Health.
Where the fuck did the remotes go?
A bone
For like the
coming out through the
You know,
skin
I'm
is
gonna
very
take spell
bad.
turning.
Matt, are there remotes for like the speakers and stuff over here?
Yes.
Give me the one for the lights as well.
I don't know why,
Both of them.
but I find this image so gloriously cringy that I cannot delete it. The one of the girl like posing with Joker from Persona 5.
Now.
I hate it so much.
Distribute candles as needed.
It's
And
worse.
now.
It's worse than the Hatsune Miku one. It's.
Miku. I love that picture.
I don't know what this is from, but
Morrowind.
God, her.
What is it?
Her fucking.
That is from this new anime about a bunch of like animators.
Working at an animation studio.
Yeah. Although the one where it's sitting on top of a giant Dwemer spider is from Morrowind.
Yeah, it's just chilling on a dwarven spider. There it is. She is just chilling.
She is just fighting here.
Shut. Oh, I found Cod Champ.
Shit.
The elites don't want you to know this, but the ducks at the park are free. You can take them home. I have 458 ducks.
Hey.
It
Lantern.
has darkened.
Lantern.
We're losing the match quickly now. It's separated into two flames. Time runs short. This
Okay.
isn't gonna happen. This isn't gonna be good. Okay, we're good.
You have no faith.
I don't. That's true.
Before we begin, I'll be right back, and then when I
You
sit-
need to move immediately.
When I sit
No, it's not that urgent. It's not like that time. That time was bad.
I still have vivid memory of that.
Yeah.
You need to move immediately.
All right, everybody.
Oh.
Oh. What are my dice? These?
X.
Yes.
Extra.
Yes? No.
Yeah, those are it. The green and like.
I like to be surrounded by fire.
Where's the backpack tab? Oh, chair.
Chair.
My dice exist within the
Where did I
bag.
place my phone?
I do not know.
I have misplaced it. Oh no, I didn't. It's right here in front of me. I'm just an idiot.
Where's the Golgari spin down?
It's up your ass.
Spin.
It was put in there. We don't use it.
I mean, I use it for a as like I like to have like
We
2
don't.
normals, the Golgari, and then the big one.
We don't use it.
It has to do with the size factor, is why.
Yeah, it's literally just the size
Who
factor.
gives a shit?
Me.
She does.
Actually, I probably shouldn't put my dice tower on top of the rulebook. We're probably going to be using that at least once.
Or not.
Knowing us and our not total familiarity with the system yet.
It's coming. It's getting
Less
there.
than total, but at minimum comparable.
I already feel like I know as much about this system as I did about Pathfinder 1, but that's not saying much.
That says a lot to me.
I don't think.
Summer 11
I know.
had me a blast summer. Never mind.
He's screaming at own ass.
That was not the version I was thinking of.
So what happened last time?
Garrett told us the fucking world is gonna end unless we do some shit.
Yeah.
We did already kind of know that.
I mean,
Well, he told us what the shit is now.
we're running out of time. That like our enemy is getting closer to us, and that its servants are moving. But we have a chance here. We train up our armies to resist.
Are you using your phone?
I mean, I do.
Okay, never mind.
Here, I can call.
Well, I don't need your phone to call my phone. I need a phone for
You want me to
music.
call your phone?
No, I'm not missing my phone. I have it.
Should I call your phone?
I know.
I'm gonna
I-
call
I
it.
got a
I'm gonna call
phone.
it before I go to my room.
It's
You can call your
right
phone from
here.
my phone.
I have it.
I still want to
What?
call it.
Is that your?
Tat.
I'm gonna call it right now.
Please don't.
Horse.
Gotcha.
Tat, do you think you can call Amy's phone?
I don't think he has my number.
I can give
What's
you.
Oh, I
What's the
can, I,
fastest?
can give you her number so you can call it.
Right.
Haley
And
beat
then
you
I'll
all.
call it.
So let's get rid of Haley's call.
Alright,
Let's see who hits me next.
Alright, hold on, her number... Actually, I think your number changed. I don't think I have your current number
No,
anymore.
my number hasn't changed.
Okay,
This is
808 3...
this is such a
Wait, no,
wonder-
not on the recording.
You fucking fool.
My phone number is the only Hawaiian area code any of you should have in your phone. Okay,
Yes,
my
that is
mom beat
accurate.
you.
That
Hi.
is accurate.
Hi, Mom. I can't not answer calls from my mom even though you're in
That's
the
right.
living room.
You should always answer calls from your mother.
My call was forwarded.
Your call has been forwarded to
Because you were standing
automatic
alone.
voice messaging system. 803.
Stop! Hey, who am I speaking with?
Is that me? Yeah, it's me.
Oh, no, yeah, I think Matt got through first.
Oh my God! I can receive multiple calls.
Oh, no.
I could set up a conference. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no.
Here, let's play D&D.
Let's not.
We
call
should
my
play
phone.
D&D, guys!
Let's not call my phone again.
What do you mean?
God damn it! Stop calling my phone.
Well, we know where your phone is now.
I was asking for a phone for music. You get the fucking audio lasso off the wall now.
Hanging underneath the
that's
cowboy
nice.
hat.
That's perfect.
I don't need my phone for spells anymore, actually, because I have them written down, so we can use mine, I guess.
That's yeah.
Nice.
Just
You-
watch out for the copious amounts of... Oh, no, I don't... No, there's no porn. I have no secrets now.
You deleted
Now?
all your
Now?
old files
Yeah.
of porn.
You had porn on your phone?
There's a much more convenient way than looking it up every time I need it, yes.
I mean,
I-
Ty is literally on the same wavelength as me for the first time ever. So
Wow.
that's fascinating. Can I have one of those
that's
tiny
a
lights?
campaign first.
What? Us being on the same wavelength is absolutely not a
No,
first.
no,
It's
no.
not
about
a first.
porn.
It's just
Oh,
yeah.
that's just a friendship first.
I had
But I'm not celibate, like fucking... I still fucking... I have needs.
Oh, it's not a Knight Commander Pyre Guard kind of situation here.
It's a Knight Commander Fire card.
I
need
have
to become my
needs.
frickin'- Oh, everyone, I should distribute everyone's miniatures.
Here it is. This is the power. That's the power right there.
I literally only need this candle to light
could
up
have used better.
my dice box.
Yeah, here.
So that's what it's doing.
Just use YouTube or whatever you use.
Would you rather have this? Would you rather have this candle?
Huh?
Would you rather have this candle?
That one burned.
I'm not on your Wi-Fi right now though, so you're gonna need to turn my
That
Wi-Fi on
candle
really
will set
quick.
her hair
Oh,
on
wait.
fire.
That's true.
That's
We can't-
accurate.
I also don't want to put something on fire in a felt box.
I mean, this is a little more light than that, so you could probably.
Why not?
Just
It's
tell.
still on fire.
Because I have
Well, you don't need
A
to put
bad-
it. You don't need to put
You
it
have
in the felt
no.
box.
She has a poor track record with fire and that seat.
That's true.
I opened your internet, like,
Oh, yeah.
the thing it shows up as is define seditious.
Yes.
I just didn't expect to peer in, like, behind the veil and be like,
but in
What
the
does
mind of a tie.
Seditious mean.
In the mind of a tie. I was listening to Birthday Massacre and I heard sedition and I was like, I wonder.
Wait, you didn't know about the Revolutionary War?
What?
Sedition was a thing that people cared a lot about back in the Revolutionary War.
hand me
No.
the audio lasso.
We don't need to rehash
And
this
then there's-
this discussion about wars, Haley. I'll make Amy sad again.
You want me to grab the thing? Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun,
You
dun.
just get the
How
whole
will
thing.
you make Amy sad?
We're not rehashing
And
this
then
discussion
this- and
again.
then-
He didn't
So
try.
what year
Tide.
the fucking Second World War took place in?
Yeah, Ty doesn't know about much about history.
I don't think.
And then in the Civil War,
You got me there.
It was secession was the word.
The smoothening of the brain has begun. There is no way you can reverse it. You are powerless to
I need to
stop
print
it
out
now.
this. I need to print out this model again.
Is
Since the
Lasara
sword broke.
over here?
And it's
God,
right-
I'm so used to
put it
having a
there.
Yours is
colossal
here.
fucking phablet of a phone that
I don't have
touching
Caster,
like
though.
a phone.
Or is that Caster?
That's
No,
Caster.
that's Caster. I'm just dumb.
Also, I need to reprint Caster.
The smoothening of the brain has begun.
Because,
there is no way you can reverse it. You
one,
are powerless. to
better
You
stop
guys
build-
can continue telling me what happened last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
however, we have an opportunity. If we destroy the temples that exist in our world and summon in Azathoth early, he won't be ready.
He'll be a little weaker.
He'll be a little weaker, and he'll be without help.
Won't
He will
not.
not be without.
He won't be without help.
He won't be without help, but he will have less help.
He'll
Though
be
we-
less difficult to deal with.
Though we've been told about some agent that is working for Azathoth
Wasn't it
on
his
our
son?
plane. His son, Nyarlathotep.
Wait, did I ever turn these speakers back
No.
on? You can continue. You don't need to
But,
wait on me.
And
Uh-oh.
as well, one of the 7 temples that we need to find, I think it was 7. I'll verify that later.
We do not know where it is.
Yeah, we
Garrett
don't
only
know
knew-
where it is.
Garrett only knew some of them.
And one of them we already destroyed, and that
Yes.
was the temple in Ancestors Crossing in Drolish's homeland.
The fact that Garrett can't even find it, which means it's probably. My theory is that it's definitely not on the Prime Materia, or it's very well hidden.
We also had a really
It's under the cape.
we
Wait.
had a really pleasant meeting with Cora's sister.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah.
that was really such a lovely time.
So heartwarming.
More pleasant than it could have been.
More
Yes,
Well,
heartwarming in
actually.
the sense that,
That was-
people's hearts did get warm.
That was
Very
partially
warm.
due to
One
the
man in
chain
particular.
lightning.
Yeah,
One man's heart did get excessively warm.
yeah. So warm he stopped.
Yeah.
We
Three men
preemptively
fa-
defibrillated that man.
Oh, and also.
three men met fateful ends at the hands of a lot of fire, an overwhelming surplus of fire.
Also, Lazara told Lady Kadra, "Hey, don't knight me; it would make you look bad." And Lady Kadra got kind of mad about it.
Yeah, just a little bit, but then again, I did basically spit in the face of who will soon be a noble. So that's
and
It was
fine.
all okay, bro, whatever, but like,
Also-
fuck you also.
Also, last but certainly not least, Galahad showed up.
Yes,
Galahad showed up.
Galahad returned, and
Yeah.
Galahad observed Necris fucking skeet shooting limbs so that Cassandra could blast them out of the sky while they talked about the good old days.
And
Good old days. Like I've known her for so long.
Galahad can cast 7 level
thing to
spells
do.
now. I'm so proud.
Is it at all possible I can get another one of those tiny candles?
I am activated.
Wait, hang
Can
on.
you hand me not one that's on fire when I'm trying to put them on things like paper and felt?
Acquired.
It's
Don't
already
worry
it's
about
already
it.
been given.
We already got a candle. Haley, what are you doing?
I'm lighting this candle.
Why?
So that you have more light over here.
I have a light right here.
I technically don't even need mine.
Yeah, there is light.
Oh yeah, I like lighting candles.
We know you like lighting things. We've established this.
It's kind of... I carry around a lantern.
Yeah, I don't think you carrying around a lantern is the only reason you just sit there and play with matches. I don't think it
In
I
is.
her
know it's
defense,
not.
she's not the only one that does it.
No, but the other one who does it has set herself on fire twice. So, that's not a great standard.
Also, Cass Cass finished her laser rifle, and
Yes.
she had some excellent ideas about about potential ways to cure the Arcanophage with creative uses of adamantine and perhaps orcalcum.
We also established some ways we can potentially garner some allies in the coming war
Yes.
using
Yep.
the Drow as a proxy. Haha, fun little table turning there.
Oh yeah, and there was the revelation that the Drow are the first ones who are going to be hit by Azzy.
For some reason, I don't think we know why, but it was told to us by Garrett himself that whenever Azathoth begins to awaken, the Drow are going to bring forth something that is going to cause them to be the first target of whatever happens.
Which brings me to a quick aside. I think I know why. I think I know why the last temple hasn't been found. I think
It's the Empress.
I think it's under the Empress's palace.
I can believe it.
Yeah, or somewhere in the Drow
I mean-
territory.
Think back to session 2, back when Azzy was just was talking about how it has offered deals across the world and especially in the Drow kingdoms. Who is the most powerful Drow? And there is probably no way she got there normally.
She has lived pretty long.
Yeah.
Real long time.
But we established that we can use the Drow as a proxy to start garnering up forces in a bunch of different places. We're going to try and get the fire giants on our side. We're going to see what we can do in Ishianor. And I'm going to be making a fun journey to the elemental plane of fire and see if there's any help I can get from anything there at all.
Oh, your phone does die quick.
I'm gonna sock a
No, really?
looking
You can use my
motherfucker
phone.
in the nose and tell him I'm the boss now. Fight the Drow.
Just tell me what
I'm
to
the
do.
boss.
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon,
Do it.
Hamlet, OST.
Wear the rock suit and punch a Ganondorf.
You want me to get you a charger?
I do appreciate
The attempt.
the assist. I did not realize it has lost 4% in literally
Wow.
just as many minutes.
Yes.
Oh god, that's awful.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I get home with it anywhere around 60%, and I don't use it for 8 of those hours.
Yeah,
8 of the 8 hours at work.
8.5.
that was my
Brother, get a better
What
phone.
is it?
Mine was
That was
like
my
$100
experience.
at
Darkest
Walmart.
Dungeon.
Yeah, I'm rolling in
Hamlet
dough right now,
OST.
man. Made of money. Clipping that money tree dry.
I mean, depending on... Stop it! Depending on your carrier and everything, you could probably get it where you're only paying a couple of dollars a month for your phone, like $20.
I actually have no idea any at all upgrade deals I have available through Metro because I don't know anything about my plan with Metro or anything.
No, that isn't it. That definitely is not it. Why did it go to that?
You want me to find it?
No, I can find it. It's there. It's just fucking silly.
How come a ticket to Hamilton is worth more than I am?
I'm glad that's coming back. In theaters, no less.
I am too. But any wombat. Mind if I turn the darkness on this down?
Oh yeah, go ahead. It'll.
Any
it'll
Hoomba.
play the battery
Turn the
fast.
darkness down in this game?
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. You almost make me not want to run this game. You're so fucking stupid.
Got him.
Ow.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Got him.
So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
You guys talked to Lady Cadra last time. Lasara was like, yeah, I don't want to be a noble. You went and dealt with fucking Ivalia, and you got a gun, and
You
okay.
got a cool laser.
So, we're back at the keep, or back in the peaceful present part of the barony and Galad's skeet shooting with Necris and,
Town.
and fucking Cassandra. So, unless anyone has anything specific they want to do in this snapshot, I'm going to push the game forward like, I don't know, a month.
Ah, yes.
Maybe?
There is something that I wanted to do with Necros.
Well, then there's lots of things. There's something I definitely want to do.
Or do any or all of them require roleplay?
Well, maybe one. But
What do
you
you need to
first.
Show Necros the sapling of the...
Oh yeah, that's what we were on our way to do.
Yeah.
So,
Necros was quite curious about the sapling.
Necris has. I'm gonna I'm trying to push us in a direction. So
I know.
there's gonna be like a fair amount of abridging for some of this, but Necris doesn't know really what this is. But upon like a couple of days of experimentation, she susses out what you already knew, but without having to sacrifice any lives to it. It eats souls.
Oh,
Some-
wow.
Something strange is there is something afoot with this tree.
I wonder.
Wait.
I wonder how that would do when exposed to Arkbridge's magical field.
It eats souls. Necris doesn't know much more about it. And do you
Why
have
would-
any examples of the fruit to give to her?
No, we've used them all.
No.
Yeah, we
Actually,
use all the ones we
unless
have.
we still have a white apple. I don't
No,
know.
we still have the white apple.
A white apple.
Do we?
We have a singular white apple.
That's right.
Because,
Oh, we never figured out what the white apples were like for, really.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
We figured out the green and the red could be used in combination to make the
Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone. We never figured out what to do with the white ones, so I think we do
Yes.
still have that one.
We have a single white apple.
She takes it and begins experimenting on it with your consent.
Yes.
Okay. She doesn't have any concrete answers for you in the immediate, but she is working on it. What did you need to do?
So there are three primary things. One of them, two of them we don't need to address now. One,
You might as well hit me with all of them.
okay. One, I wanted to make magic items, but I don't know all the magic items to make. That's my fault. So maybe we'll come back to that later. Maybe we won't. But two, I definitely know one thing I want to make. Actually, I'll save that for last. Sorry. Two, I want to go to Arkbridge and learn some spells. I want to finish reading that book about making them. And three, I want to make a candle to give Galahad back their wings and their eyes.
Okay. So, you can get spells. They cost however much spells of their level cost.
Okay.
You have time to copy down, like, I don't know, I'll say 7 spells.
Rad. Okay, I'll be selecting those as we go.
As for getting a candle, yes, you can craft one. It costs whatever it used to cost in first edition, but you're just going to pay the price for making it, because I have no idea how I would determine what the difficulty class for actually making one is.
Sure thing.
And then, does anyone else have anything they would like to do?
No, I have nothing.
Okay. So, then
8,400 GP. Okay. You were tracking money?
you also because it's been another month, add 4,000 gold to your total because you're getting paid taxes again.
Yeah, that's right. We make money.
We hang on, before you do that, we probably should put her right back into the town. It needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Upgrade the town.
You're not going to be able to upgrade the town with 4,000
We're
gold.
not going to be able to upgrade it, but we are going to be able to do a lot more repair work.
Yeah.
Sure. You can prorate your next town upgrade then for 4 grand.
Red! And also, that would probably be a popular move with the locals if
It is.
they see that.
I actually have a question about something that happens sometime in this month,
Okay.
but it does not require any roleplay, I don't think.
Okay.
Do we see Grix return?
Yeah.
Grix comes
Oh,
back.
thank God. Okay.
Grix makes it back.
Empty-handed.
He made it back.
Well, he made it back. That's what matters.
Knowing what we know now, it may not be the end of the world that he is empty-handed, as the end
Well-
of the world will put an end to the drow.
Here's the thing. Which Grix is it? Is it Grix with this Is it Grix with pink hair? That's the one that left. That's the main one.
Oh yeah, there's multiple
Oh, yeah,
Grixes.
there's a lot of Grixes.
Grix is a title.
And Grix, the one with the pink hair, was the one that stole.
This is the
My
only Grix
notes.
we've ever met.
Grix has just changed hair colors.
We've only ever met one Grix. It's just that this Grix has alluded to the fact that Grix is a title
No,
that
you-
is shared.
You encountered another Grix, but you didn't speak to them specifically. You eavesdropped on the two Grixes community.
Right, but we never met that Grix. We
Right.
know one Grix.
No,
So
I
it's-
think you misunderstand. Like, so, you would recognize the guy you call Grix. He has a ton of lackeys
Right,
that he has use his name.
right.
But it's not like...
That's
this
what
is
I'm trying to
this
say.
is the guy.
This is Grix.
It's the.
This
it's
is
the
this
guy.
is the
That's the guy.
he. He. That's the freaking guy, though.
That is the friggin' guy, though.
It's him.
Yeah.
He's back.
No hard feelings about coming home empty-handed.
Well, I'm glad he made it back.
Me too. I felt really terrible about sending him off.
That's the freaking guy.
I know.
though.
I needs must. It's a war, but I never feel good when people die.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to
Can
do
borrow
with
your
that
calculator?
month. I'm assuming the month or so that we skip to is probably going to lead us to when the lands meet is.
So, if you want to make magic items while I'm going over the next little bit, figuring out what magic items you want to make,
Sure.
probably high on the list. Do you have the magical crafting feat?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Neat.
I forgot that there was a feat. I was about to say maybe I could craft some too, and then I was like, nope.
No, yeah, I set Core up for 3 things: magic, religion, and magic crafting.
But while you're doing that, I'm going to do 2 things. First, I'm going to change the date on the wiki so that I don't forget what day it is in the setting.
With the bay.
And the second thing is I'm going to set up how the events proceed. So,
Tell me your total in gold when you get a chance.
Sure.
Sorry. Continue.
no, you're good. So,
Oh no.
let me change the date real quick. Sorry, I'm taking a minute. Date and time, current year, current day. Still, we'll change the day to the 13th,
Don't be surprised anymore.
and we'll change the month to
I-
6.
Tattoo's talent for making noises it never ceases to surprise me.
What did he make? I didn't even hear him.
It was like a dove call.
I don't know if I could do it again.
I don't think. Yeah, that sounded like something that was not replicable.
Oh my goodness, why does it not show?
I used to have a dove actually.
I know that I can do a
Yeah.
more consistent one that
What?
is similar to that.
When I was way young, when I was in in North Carolina, they had my dad had bought me like a bird and it was a dove.
That's pretty neat.
I don't know why it doesn't show it
We had a-
properly.
I
It
could
did
a
make
staff.
that sound and it was loud.
That's not Core style.
It was a ringtail, so it was one of the pure white ones. Dove. No, that's the opposite.
Oh, now I understand.
Not
Sorry that
butterfly.
this is taking a minute.
I'm gonna check and make sure there's nothing valuable that I could be. Oh, there is something I could be doing in that month. I can learn another fucking language, probably, can't I? How long does it take to learn a language, actually?
Depends on how much time you spend studying.
Hey, Cass,
However long it takes you to get a fucking linguist feat.
do you want medicine that lasts
Well, never
forever?
mind then.
Medicine that lasts forever? Like,
A permanent supply, a set of healer's tools that contains an endless supply of bandages, herbs, and healing items of impeccable quality.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay, that's gonna take me.
What's your medicine skill?
My medicine skill?
I regret to inform you, I cannot learn another language because I
23.
cannot get another language feat
Caster's
until I
medicine
level up.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Open the app.
There we
You
go.
have my
Dates
phone.
change. Sorry that took so long. I'm trying to learn how to use this tool more efficiently because it'll be a central component of me running my next couple of games. So, but anyways, it is now the 13th of Bloomth. It is the 5th era, and the year is
You want a
1797.
skeleton key?
23.
I have one.
Right.
Well, not a skeleton,
Can I
but I
get
have a
one?
lockpick. to
You
keep.
We'll
guys are at the keep,
Don't worry about it.
carrying about your business, largely relaxing. Galahad has not returned home yet. They have stayed at the keep, kind of just around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
I'm showing Tattoo and I'm asking him, I'm asking him if he wants it.
Okay. But today, early in the morning, well, not super early, but around 9-ish in the morning, a messenger comes through, like a mailbag full of all kinds of stuff. Looks like he's been through the shits. And there is a large drop-off of like letters and messages for Lady Kadra, as well as a couple for Boltjaw, and they spend the morning going through them and reading them, writing replies to some of them. But then, Lady Kadra begins packing a number of things and comes around the keep and explains, so the Landsmeet is in 3 weeks. It'll take about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get there comfortably. So anyone who's going,
Now's the time.
now would be the time to pack whatever you're packing and get ready to go.
I suppose I should go. I'm a representative of the town of Alholm.
Naturally, I'm going. And Cora just thinks for a moment and says, I have someone else that I need to ask.
As commander of Sunstone Keep, it would probably be imperative I attend.
Attendance isn't mandatory, but it is appreciated.
Azara, have you reconsidered?
I'm afraid not. I won't be attending. I do implore you to be careful, though. A large political gathering like this is a prime target for...
I was thinking the same.
It would be relatively high profile for an assassination.
Depending on who the target is, how high profile it is may not necessarily matter.
It also might be their best chance, especially since they just lost their proxy war.
I don't know that they lost. They didn't kill you, but I don't know that they lost.
Narrow victory. I understand. I do appreciate the devastation wreaked upon the other baronies. We got lucky.
We are fortunate. I guess, if nothing else, we can say confidently, it wasn't my problem.
Regardless, in your absence, I do intend to keep myself busy. I'll likely be visiting the Plane of Fire and seeing what I can get from there.
Yes. And I'm going to be spending a lot of my time figuring out how I'm going to get one up on both the Brevins and the rest of my family.
Take care in the Plane of Fire. It's not a desolate place.
Oh, believe me, I know. I've done some research on the Plane of Fire. What there is to read of it, anyways. And I've learned a thing or two about playing with fire in the past.
And also, when you're plane shifting, keep in mind, your destination is down. You want to be falling towards it. Don't walk at it, or else the stars will lie to you.
Good to know.
What?
It made sense to me, but I could not for the life of me tell you what it means. But it made sense when she said it, so I'm going with it.
Convincing mumbo jumbo. Cass briefs Grix on all the happenings of the town, because he is still technically, I guess, vice mayor.
Technically, yeah, he is. Shit.
Just, if there are any outstanding issues, please let me know via Raven or Pigeon.
I'll send you messages as quickly as I'm able.
Wait, since the captain's back now, or is the captain going with you guys?
That would be up to the captain.
If the captain's back now, you can just use the ring.
I think staying here is the smartest move. It's the fastest way to commit to communications if necessary.
Instant communication if anything goes wrong.
I'll have ways to pull us back here, if needs be.
I'm going to return to the church, unless anyone has any objections.
Oh, BJ.
Poor BJ. Fucking poor BJ.
I was trying to place his voice.
Travel
course.
safely, friend.
Of course.
I'll be alright.
And sorry that what was supposed to be a simple matter turned into anything but.
It's been a wild ride for this poor boy.
It's okay.
I can,
Have a good time.
if need be, I can send reparations to the church.
Unnecessary.
We
We are soldiers. We die. It is what we do.
We should, as a
Nevertheless, it will be a standing offer.
gift, we should send him a new rocket hammer since his other one broke, and it became just a hammer.
We probably
I
fixed
also
that
mean
in
no
the time.
offense, but Saphic worship is one of the most common worships in this segment of the world. A few thousand gold is not really. It doesn't mean much.
It's not doing it, Chief.
That's less than a quarter of my annual salary, so.
Wow. Man, these guys out here getting salary.
My man.
They got benefits?
My man.
Benefits.
They fight demons 20 hours a day.
That's the benefit.
The benefit is 4 hours of rest.
It used to be 2.
Here, I just need to make a series of rolls. I'll tell you if they succeed or fail.
Chuko hasn't been off duty in years. I don't know where they're fighting these demons. I don't
Places.
know.
I need you to remind me of something, Haley, because I forget it every time we play this game.
Uh-huh.
Which one of the names for Ravix is the actual true name that we're not supposed to use?
Void
Wraith.
Don't call him Void Wraith, call him Ravix.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and Galahad are the only ones who know that,
Okay.
which I did continue to teach them.
I forget every time.
As BJ leaves,
Is Ravix going?
Cass looks at
25,
Caster and says,
34.
"They make how much?
So what kind
They
of
really make that much money?"
what kind of money?
They
can I
kill
make
demons
doing,
20 hours a day and only get to sleep for 4. There's a reason I wanted to join them. Chuka was just better.
By the gods.
How much do they make though? I could I don't know.
Where do they fight them?
I could reform.
To be fair, this small unit
Caster
of like
just shrugs.
200 soldiers is the single largest expenditure the church has. It accounts for fully 80% of the church's funds.
They're the Spartan program.
They literally are. That's
much, yeah.
pretty much exactly what they are.
I mean, to be entirely honest, most of the church's money actually goes to them. Because they fight demons and devils 20 hours a day, all day, every day,
Costs money.
every week, every month.
Is Ravix going to the land meet?
I can
I'm pretty sure they have
not.
strongholds in the hells.
Excellent.
Galandrius also?
Galandrius actually isn't present.
Did Galandrius leave?
Problematic.
I mean, they don't live at the keep.
No, that's true.
they just
got their,
they just
they
defend
got
us.
they got their own fate.
Yeah.
Like they got their own things going on.
So, is Tace going?
Huh?
Is Tace going?
Probably not.
No.
I was about to say, it might be the best line of defense this fucking keep has.
I'm going to ask Graceland if she would like to go.
I don't know why I would be invited, why I would be going.
You'd be one of my.
I don't know, is it a +1 affair? That wasn't in character, I'm just...
No.
We got +1s here?
You'd be.
I mean, and if you were going, it's not like it would matter to Lasara.
I guess that's fair.
you would be.
You
my,
got me.
You would be my guest, and also, it's twofold.
Yeah, I'll bring Eliana Oh.
It's twofold. One, I need your practiced eye in looking for things like, well, danger amongst the courts. And two, it's probably with what's coming, might be the last chance we get to have some time together.
Sure, I'll go.
Might I request an ambassador of the Wood Elves accompany me as my +1 if that needs system?
I
Shit, I didn't mean to do this.
I didn't mean to make +1s a thing in this. I immediate regret.
Does anybody want a broom of flying?
A broom of flying?
A broom
like a
of-
witch?
Like a witch's broom,
I'm
yes.
sat here witching it.
I've got a pauldron that gives me wings, and
Oh,
Cass
yeah,
has
you got
just
wings.
dead
I
ass
have
wings.
fly.
We can all fly.
Yeah, we're fine. Alright, never mind. I mean, the
Can I
last
get back to
forever.
you on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Take it.
Oh, I
Do
have
you
an
have
idea.
it? Do you have a
Yeah,
+1?
for casters +1, you could bring Dana. Oh, Oh!
There it is. Been a while since we had one of those.
Payback. It's a bitch.
You got me there, Chief.
Aw. Damn.
Can you hit me with another one of those uh-ohs? Okay, that actually does peak the audio. I didn't think it would.
We can peek the mics.
Nah, it's good.
Do you want us to peek the mics?
No.
We can peek.
Ah, Ouija.
Alright, just let me know if you ever change your mind. I can peek it.
Mm.
You can also get in there real close. Go
Sure you
talk
can, Ty.
ASMR like.
Yeah. ASMR for when you go 0-2.
Any wombat.
So.
Does Caster have a +1?
Caster does not have a +1.
Okay.
Oh, there's an item called the Possibility Tome. That seems cool.
No plus
I can't
one
make
club.
it. It's 18. So, total magic item costs 1,800, 1,250, let me add that up. Hang on.
So, I will say that I don't know what exactly you plan to do with the Ambassador of the Wood Elves, if they're just like a character witness for you, because
4,450.
the Wood Elves kind of already have a standing agreement with the humans in this region.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
I wasn't aware of that.
That's fine.
4,450.
But yeah, the humans and Wood Elves and High Elves and Dwarves, like, because those are all the people who kind of have like an actual standing society, kind of have a loose alliance already.
Okay.
It's super conditional, and it's basically the condition is the Drow attack again. But if they do, it's like, unless you're a moron, you'll help.
Unless your brain is smooth and flat.
It's
Dry
Gondor
like
calls for
Pillsbury
aid with less
Paper
contention.
brain.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got paper brain. We got Pillsbury
But
biscuit
you
brain.
can still bring one if that is what you would like to do.
This episode sponsored by no one.
Well, you're deciding that Caster does not have a +1, but he does write and send a letter.
Okay.
We're writing and sending letters.
You can write and send a letter.
He does that. It goes not to the temple, but to the town nearby. Trebek.
Okay.
A thought occurred to me as well, actually. Because how long will this Lance Meet take? Like a week to actually go through the motions?
So it'll probably be like a number of celebrations, like denoting the end of this prolonged happening.
We fucking survived. This is a
you'll-
giant banner.
So that'll probably be like a day or two, and then there will be a conversation about like, tax allocation, reparations for large portions of the area that have been damaged, like whether or not the Cadrons, not Lady Cadra, like her family and their barony, and the Brevins, who were also very badly hurt, like if they are entitled to taxes from the entire kingdom for a short time, or if they're just stuck trying to like fix that up on their own. And then it will be a matter of like basically trying Lady Cadra for the super treasonous act of like claiming land that did not belong to her.
Ah, I see.
It might be good just to have another character witness for the war.
Yeah, there is that. I was also thinking about asking if it was at all possible for Amelin Adrixia to accompany me for the purposes.
Probably not. She's busy, but you can. I mean, yes, you could try.
You can try.
Yeah.
A big thing was for me to go back and show her the completed model of the gun.
That's true. You could do that in the
What's
month
your
leading up to it.
diplomacy?
My personal diplomacy
Yep.
is the bonus is 20.
Roll it.
Yeet! I'm assuming no one can help him with
32.
Yeah. No.
That-
Not to the help.
Yeah.
Not to you.
Okay.
So, Emmeline Adrixia, who you return to, and she is not working in her workshop nude now. She has
Yes,
clothes.
Very good.
Now.
That's good to know.
in the world.
Just like dozens of unfinished firearms on the walls, as well as like literally crates full of like completed stuff that's just labeled for shipment. Like, her workshop is now also staffed by about 36 apprentices who are all basically, they're doing tiny things like springs for the hammer for like flintlock type weapons.
Yeah.
Working on gears and stuff for more like clockwork type stuff. But you show up, you show her your weapon. She's like super proud of you. Like, see, I knew that there had to be someone in this world who was a worthy protege. It's so unfortunate that I've lost other people who were worth the trouble. But you lived. You're hardy, and the experimentation does not appear to have left you worse for wear. Normally, we lose fingers in this kind of business, but
Clink, clink.
Well,
no, that wasn't involved specifically with the gun. That was just.
Well, you see.
But I appear to have automated most of the stuff that I need to do here, and I would be perfectly happy to accompany you on your little conversation, I suppose, with the kings of the kingdoms down below.
I'm gonna hold on to this.
Excellent.
Part of the reason I would like you to come is I know you have your own issues repelling the drow 24/7 here, but if there is any way at all that we could bring...
Actually, it's very interesting. They have lulled recently. After the last attack where I believe one of your friend's siblings was leading the charge, they have since stopped. It's been quiet on all fronts.
Guess that death stuck.
Well,
when you yoink the heart from him and absorb his soul into the
reason
sword
I
of
would like
Cos,
you to come is
that'll do it.
Yeah.
partially as a witness from from the north to.
Sure.
This man, I'm really brain scrambled right now. Basically, what Cass wants to do is to bring her along for the purposes of not only seeing if she could provide like her expertise to better arm our efforts in building an army against the Drow for the common folk of the normal human kingdoms that we inhabit, but also as another witness from someone who has fought the Drow for several hundred years,
just when it
and
seems
is
like she's got a rhythm going.
witness to their growing
where
might.
she's gonna come from next. She just whips it completely
So
different way.
that's really why she'd like. I want her to come.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
He does basically.
Awesome.
okay, that
She
Hell
agrees.
yeah.
She has some reservations about being able to arm so many people, but
understood.
she does agree to come.
So, hey, Matt, do we have 12,850 gold?
Yes, we have enough for that.
Okay. So, take marvelous medicine is the item that it's called.
Marvelous.
I need to find
Marvelous, darling. Oh, Tace.
Yep.
You absolute disaster.
Caster, take greater prayer beads.
Yes. Yes.
marvelous medicine. You said.
Mm-hmm. Rather, holy prayer beads greater is the item. Is what that's called. And Lazara,
You're flying by.
take a greater skeleton key.
Why?
Hold on, what's the total of that? Say on
In
there.
case you ever need to pick a lock.
This says...
I already told you I have a lockpick
It's
that can't
23
break.
something, right?
23,150.
It also adds bonuses to your lockpicking.
Oh, okay. Wait, fuck. My investiture's already like full.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Does it require investiture?
It's a magic item.
Let's see.
Not all of them do, though.
Oh.
Like, you don't need investiture for something like a bag of holding.
Well, all of the items I had required
It would
investiture,
say
is why I
requires
thought.
attunement.
It does not. It does not. It does not appear to require investiture.
Oh, well, there we go then.
Yep. Grants a +1 bonus to the excuse me, to the thievery check, and they cannot break. It also allows you to cast knock on a lock you're trying to pick and
Oh,
automatically
hold on.
succeed
It would
the
have
check.
the trait invested.
Holy
So
garbage.
under the item, it would say invested. Yeah.
It's not.
So if an item doesn't say invested under it, it doesn't require you to take up one of your attunements.
Let me see if those.
For example, the prayer beads do not.
Right.
They do not. Wow.
But anyway, so
Fuck, I'm looking for a pencil with an eraser.
you're going to be working on that, and we're going to follow up, moving on to...
Oh, also,
But
I also make the candle to give Galahad their wings back.
do you give them the rings back?
The day that I finish the candle.
There you go.
Well, I guess the old lockpick I had that I made from the scales of that lava drake can now go.
Can you only do wings and
I can fully
eyes?
cast Regenerate on them,
Oh.
which would give them both back both.
Okay. Wings and eyes?
Our boy is
Or
winged.
Would you prefer to... Does Galahad prefer to be blind because it helps them see the
I
threads
was
of
going
time?
to ask them that question.
I prefer to be blind.
All right.
What is the bonus that provides to thievery, just so I know?
And with that, she casts Regenerate on them, and their wings return.
Winged.
Shut up. Wow, haven't heard Matt hit someone with a shut up of that in a while.
I haven't really had time to practice flying without eyes. I'm sure it's going to be a lot harder than walking around without them.
Well, and I'm sure that if there's anyone in the world who can, you will figure it out.
Maybe.
In any-
Maybe.
She smiles. Sorry, that was just a huge character goal for me. So,
Where's the greater skeleton key? I should check the appendix.
What are you looking for?
The greater skeleton key
I
in
can
the appendix.
here
I see.
I can give you the description.
That's cool, because it's not in the
Just
appendix.
get lockpicking to 100 forehead.
Oh,
Basically,
Well, look for skeleton key.
that's what I'm doing.
Skeleton key greater. There you go.
What's
Become a nightingale forehead.
Become a nightingale.
+2 once
I
per
really
hour.
want to get a special edition of the Bestiary. I gotta tell you, because I love having the little ribbons.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
convenient. It's also just a nice looking book.
The
Right?
knock is the knock once per hour.
Yeah, the
Or no, the activate. Yeah, okay. So if you attempt to pick a lock you haven't rolled yet, you can cast a knock on it.
Yeah.
And I can do that once per hour with the greater version.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a big old Oh, wow.
So my thievery checks to pick locks are 20 now, so that's fun.
There you go.
The
And
way
you have a
were
lockpick
doing
that
it,
can't
it
break.
looked like a PP.
Well, I had that
Wow.
before.
Though if it would break, it just becomes normal picks.
I think I need a neat little display case for Lasara to put the old lockpick she had in, because she made that herself from lava drake scales.
Oh.
Yeah, make it have like a nice little felt pillow on the inside.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
there you
little
go.
thing to put it on, like she
Or-
puts it in her room.
If you want to be particularly fancy, make it satin.
Mm.
Satin pillow with felt liner on the
Oh,
inside.
Hey, how much more money do we have?
We
I hate it.
have 23,150.
Wow,
The
okay.
appendix. That's good, because it's not in the appendix.
I need to find the cost of copying down spells real quick.
You
Because I
gotta
have 7.
go ahead and copy them spells, and then tell me the cost so I can subtract it.
Are
I
we
will.
doing like Hamilton version of our campaign now?
That would be way too much.
Money.
Cora only sings very haunting melodies and also sea shanties.
And why not both?
Oh no.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I mean,
There was a while where I was wondering whether or not I was gonna make it a thing that Lazar could sing, since performance is a charisma-based thing, and I never really resolved that because it never mattered. So I don't know.
You use performance as in like a fire performance.
Well, I mean, performance could be any number of things. Just performance, since it is a charisma-based skill.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether she would be good at it or not.
also, I don't know when this would come up. I'm guessing it would just come up like in a day when all of us were caught relaxing for some reason.
That doesn't happen.
Cora is terrible at archery. The fucking worst.
Is that? That's just a thing.
It's
now?
like the scene in the first episode of Game of Thrones where Rob is teaching Bran how to actually fire. Or no, John is teaching Bran how to fire.
Yeah.
And then just laughs at you whenever you completely shoot over the keep walls.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she fucking sucks at it.
How have you survived this long? How did you survive on your own for so long without even being able to use a bow and arrow? Magic? Really?
Well, that, and I've never been on my own out in the wilderness for many years. I nearly died the one time that I went out to sea completely on my own.
Did you at least have a fishing pole?
I had a paddle that I got rid of because I got dehydrated.
I see.
Got picked up by a boat. My life is apparent. That's why I worship Shireen.
How long were you alone before you met Cassandra, Drolish, and Vayet?
About a week.
Oh. That is right. I remember now. Remember that stuff.
I'm impressed.
Thank you, though I find the tone in that a bit concerning.
If I do recall correctly, she
Oh,
was
gods.
she was casting the mend spell on her cloak so it would not be dirty anymore as she was walking up to us. Or is it prestidigitation? I'm not sure.
Second one.
Prestidigitation.
I'm just going to say
Well, some things never change, do they?
that copying
Not seen.
spells.
How's that silk shirt treating you?
I'm going to say that
Thanks.
copying spells costs as much as buying a scroll of whatever spell level the spell is.
Okay.
So, do you have that table?
No.
It's on core rulebook page 565.
Thank you.
I was on my own for much longer than that before I met Vayet and Cassandra and Cora.
You can also cook your food by killing it, so...
And I can fire a bow. It's not a bullseye, but
I
it hit
got
the
it.
fucking target.
So she can.
In case you need it.
Thank you.
What?
What?
Very good. Excellent. There we are. That reminds me of something that happened at work one day. Declan was just like, "So Ty," and my response was, and they just went, "Nope, not going to associate with whatever demon just exercised itself from you."
Nope, never mind.
Nope.
Declan was gonna say something really fucking smart to me, like in Books a Million Ones.
Oh,
Like, he was
shit.
cracking jokes all fucking day.
Is it the qua?
Yeah, I slowly turned around and said, "Qua."
That was funnier than anything I could have said. Congratulations. No, they have told me about that at least 4 times. They loved that so much.
It wasn't even like wide-eyed, just qua. It was just like qua.
That was it. That was funnier than anything I could have said. Way to go, Matt.
It's hilarious.
Holy shit. Okay. No, I already had that spell.
Hello, Virgin Mary. How are you? Ah, I see. Well, she's a witch burner.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah. That's it. That's the sound. That's the mating call of Anne Witchburner.
Yeah. You know, like the fucking hags in Skyrim? Yeah, they make
Yeah, hag
noises.
ravens.
Yeah.
They hiss, which weird.
Yeah, I
mean-
don't know about them.
Humans can hiss.
Yeah, but like, why humans don't regularly? They don't have a reason to, and neither do ravens.
Yeah, they do.
Ravens don't hiss.
They do.
They,
They do both, dude. They can make a wide range of noises.
well, I mean, I know they can, but like, what do they hiss for?
They're mad.
Why would they not just caw when they get mad?
That means something different. That's like you saying "how you doing" when you're telling someone to fuck off.
Okay, then I guess
It's kind of like
Fuck.
how, you know, there's that one Tumblr post where it says, "Man, I wish we had a noise for
Are we
saying-"
holding things up, Amy?
You guys are good at going at whatever speed it is that Haley finishes up or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
I'm copying down the last spell now.
It's really cool that crows and ravens have a noise for when a predator's nearby. I wish humans had a noise for that. We do. It sounds like there are predators nearby.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me add all this.
I love that.
No, I
noise.
mean like a noise that communicates it. There are predators nearby. Run.
Does that work?
Yeah. How's a shriek of terror work for you, Chief?
Well, no, because since we're naturally curious beings, you're like, why is that person screaming? Oh my god, there's predators nearby, we should run!
What if someone just screams run?
I mean, that also works.
I mean, I'd book it.
Yeah.
Plus,
Wouldn't even matter if there was anything going. They said run, I'm running.
take 2,250 gold off. And I'm done. I have gotten,
Fucking try.
What, how much?
2,250. I have now received the spells Magnificent Mansion, Baleful Polymorph, Phantasmal Calamity, Spell Rack, a couple of secret spells, and the spell Banishment.
Hit us with one, Amy. Give us the. There it is.
We are at 20,900 gold.
If we're done buying things, if I could have my phone back.
You're gonna want to unlock it so that you can actually do stuff with it.
Oh shoot, no, I should have handed it like this.
Yeah, you have to unlock.
Unlock it, you can use it.
Perfect.
The pin is 2172. There you go.
What?
I said the pin is 2172.
Oh shit, I'm in.
Hell
Hack the planet. Matt, hacked.
Anything can be hacked.
Fuck man, these pants, I love them, but they're really right up on my fucking
Sombra's cool.
God damn it. I need to pull this down.
I like that they turned secretary fingernails into something that was actually cool.
Yeah,
I'm so what?
Sombra
Sombra.
has like a super
Oh.
high tech glove that's got like secretary fingernails, but they each could they control different parts of the keyboard that come out of them,
And
and they
she
have
can
like
retract them.
strings.
Yeah.
They'll have like puppet strings that she can do shit with, but they're like code.
Marionettes.
She can just marionette. She has a little like Reaper marionette that she just like communicates, and all it does is just like make dumb garbled noises. It's funny.
Anybody want one?
Well,
Dish?
fine.
That's you. That's
Yes.
how you sound.
Go ahead, take one.
What is it?
It's a
Cookie.
vanilla cracker. It's like an Oreo.
It's like the hand puppet that Joker has in Mortal Kombat 11 of Batman.
Can I have one
He
more?
just goes,
I'm gonna save
the world.
You want this?
No.
Okay. So are we ready to proceed? I still have waited until after
You should have waited until after you ate the vanilla cracker, yeah.
24.
Yeah. Oh, AoE.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's not one of them yet. I guess it could be now.
So,
So,
anyways. You guys all get your stuff ready. You get all of the guests that you plan on bringing. I assume you're bringing Gracelyn, and you're not going. You're not bringing anyone, and you're bringing Emmeline and Drixia.
Oh, Galahad wanted to come too, right?
And Galahad will come.
I think that was the plan, yeah.
Is Necros coming?
Yes.
The plan was for Necros to come, definitely.
I didn't know whether or not I was really going to get a choice.
And of course you have an option, but to have someone from Arkbridge.
I am a necromancer.
I have Emmeline Drixia with me.
He is also from Arkbridge.
However, I might dare say that magic is a modicum more convincing than gunsmithing. Not to say that her craft is worthy of insult, as it is not. It's just magic has a more... And she snaps her fingers, and there's this shift in the earth, immediate effect of all inspiration.
Castor, I'm still kind of unfamiliar with the politics of the human kingdom. Necromancy, frowned upon?
Very.
Illegal in most places.
Very.
Highly
Generally,
regulated.
it is met less. Let's put it this way: it is frowned upon to the point that it is met less with a scowl and more with a headsman's axe.
Do we really want to do this then?
Why do you think I advised against it?
Is it possible that you can disguise some of the more necromantic aspects of yourself?
Sure, as long as no particularly observant priests are looking around, I'm sure I won't be obviously identified as a lich. But if I am, I'm not particularly concerned.
I didn't figure you were, but
Are we sure Lady Kadra is okay with Necros staying behind?
no, Necros is coming with.
Oh. Never mind then, forget I said that.
Forget I said anything.
Did you partake in that Slap City again?
No, I gave that away.
What slap
To
city?
who?
I figured Grix could use a good welcome back.
What slap city?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
That phrase alone makes me worried.
it's none of your concern.
Sure.
Actually,
I
I
think-
have been feeling a bit weak to be honest with you.
Grix is currently draped over the chandelier, but it's not because
It
he's
might be
spying.
wise for you to return home then.
It might be worth some time recuperating at home before I continue burning myself out with the amount of magic I've been so readily expelling.
The corpses around, they'll collapse in your absence?
No, they will be fine. They should answer to my beck and call whenever I should give them an order.
Even through the shield?
Well, there are some things even I am not able to do.
I see.
In my absence of control, I don't know who they will follow. I suppose I could designate a leader.
Have them follow me.
Are you certain you are willing to command an army of the dead?
If you're
No.
not, I can dispose of them.
No, but somebody needs
Do
to.
not destroy good bodies.
No, I am not, but somebody needs to.
Then they are yours. At least until I return.
I will have them
You are
cut.
forsaken by Shireen.
Relationship with Shireen ended.
Shireen drops a boat on you.
And if I'm lying, let me be struck by a falling boat.
I know, it's...
This is seditious. It's not actually seditious.
I mean,
but-
who else would take them?
Seditious.
Who else would take them? Who else
Black
can
Asher.
take them? I'm the only one.
Oh, I'm
I-
not against it. I'm just saying.
I don't know a single necromancy spell, so I don't think it would be me.
I mean,
And also, I'm additionally about to be not here, but I'm also going to be on another plane, so that's another level of not being able to control
A
them.
plane that would destroy them?
Yes, very readily.
And also, you will be absent.
Yeah, I will be very absent, and I would also not be able to control them.
I need to be able to. I need to understand more about necromancy. I'm not going to be creating more corpses, but I'm not going to just let them rampage across the countryside.
Caster can help. He
I-
won't control them.
I know, you'll order them to their deaths.
Yeah, he's disappointed in this plan, but it's our best shot. He'll help you figure it out.
I will have them stand guard. Maybe assist in the reconstruction. I don't know. But
Perhaps
Tireless labor is perfectly good labor. Labor that does not need to be paid.
this is why necromancy is an efficient magic.
so you say.
Waste, not want.
Waste not.
In any case,
Well, I wish you all luck at the lens meet. I should hope your experiences with noble courts are more favorable than mine have been.
I wish you luck in the plane of fire.
don't die. And remember what I said.
She can burn
Down.
fire. I think she'll be fine.
I'm gonna go get ready.
Well, it's been fun, and I'll be back shortly, I'm sure, and potentially with more help.
Of course.
But I am going to go and make sure that I don't die again.
Preferable.
Yes.
Though I suppose if I did, I would just return to my phylactery.
Even stronger than before.
One last question before you go.
Sure.
Do you know anything about finding about sensing where another lich's phylactery might be?
No, if we were any good at that, there would only be one of them left.
I see. All right.
It is part of the reason why Vanus was destroyed.
All right. Because we just don't have time to deal with the Wicker Witch, but
Safe travels.
The
back
good
to
news is if you just keep letting her come back, you get to keep killing her again and again.
it'll be satisfying. Actually,
The bad news is it gets harder to do every time.
The good news is that my setting gets to keep some villains by the time this game fucking ends.
The good news is that we are not completely out of everything.
I mean, after spending however much time she did disintegrating, she's probably taken a lesson and maybe not fucking with us.
You would be surprised.
That's true.
She has a bit of an ego.
She has a bit of a burning fucking hatred for us.
That also is true. But she does not have any more allies. They're all gone. As opposed to the drow.
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Alright,
Yeah. We
alright.
did kill all of her
We
allies. didn't
kind
we?
of did, yeah.
I assume that as the next bit proceeds, whatever you're doing, I'm going to receive messages about, and then I'm going to just focus on you guys.
Yeah.
So, even if it feels like Ty isn't getting a lot of the spotlight and Lasara's not doing anything, they are. They're just doing it in message to me. So, you guys head out. The first bit of your journey is just walking out of the barony that you're trying to form. I am also going to turn this music off, but I'm only going to mute it.
Find some good journeying music.
No, that's not necessary.
It's been 0 days since the chair was dropped in this house.
Oh, it's a sword? And it wasn't me?
No, it was Tattoo.
I did not put this there.
Who the fuck did?
Eat.
How long has that
Haley's
been
just
there?
like, it wasn't me.
The entire time, apparently.
Apparently.
Have you sat down yet?
No.
That'd be why.
Holy shit.
But,
There's just been a fucking sword the whole time.
so the first part of you guys' journey is just leaving the Cadron Barony, but once you get
Well,
out
no.
of it, you enter
No.
Brevand territory,
No.
and you are around a number of towns. So the first town that you move past, mostly from the farmland, you don't actually enter the town, is a town named Unvale. And it is, like, visibly fucked in the distance. Like, there is smoke from fires that were probably weeks old that is now finally, like, dissipating. The crops are just gone. Then, as you continue along, you end up passing by a keep that is roughly the same size as Sunstone Keep, called Alliance Hold. It is, like, in ruin. It's ostensibly repairable, but it's, like, you could not reasonably use it in its current state. It would be a massive undertaking to fix it up. And as you continue going, you pass through a large number of small towns that all each have their own name, but they come together to form this one massive farmland known as the Greenstalk Farms, which provide a majority of the food for all of the towns and cities around Halifax, as well as Halifax itself. And some of the outer towns of Greenstalk Farms have been, like, fucked, but for the most part, like, food production has remained the same, at least in this area. You also break from the cold winds of the north after going through a couple of days worth of forest, and then a couple days further down, you're more now in just kind of like arboreal land. It's cold. It's, you know, in Fahrenheit, still probably between 40 and 50 degrees. Actually, it would be a little bit warmer than that because it's now summer, basically. You're at the end of spring, early of summer. So, you know, between 50 and 60-ish degrees. Summers up here very rarely break higher than 75. But you guys then come to the gates of Halifax. And Halifax is a massive city. It's the seat of this one of the human kingdoms. Its tallest tower is easily like 150 meters high. It's got like tens of thousands of buildings extending out from the castle just in all directions. The population of this single metropolis is probably easily 1 million or more souls. It's a lot of people.
So, how old is Halifax?
Halifax has existed since roughly the last 1,000 years of the Fourth Era. So it was built in the middle of the war, and it was one of the places where one of many treaties was signed between the Drow and the South. And so it has been around just a little less than 3,000 years, and it has been ruled by the same noble line since.
Is the architecture similar to that of Arkbridge, albeit a bit...
No. A lot of stuff was lost during the war, and the reason why the war ended was just a matter of attrition. But over the course of that war, like, technology got steadily worse, architecture changed, like, a lot of things happened, especially as, like, the races lost the unitary cohesion that they had, and as ever larger super weapons were deployed, which eventually resulted in just the massive hole in the earth that we have now. Tons of technology was lost. It's it's still contemporary architecture, even as old as a lot of it is. Like, it would be considered in most places to be modern, and in pretty much everywhere, like, for as large as it is, it's impressive. It's not as well defended or as tightly put together as some other cities, like High Wall, for example, which are literally designed to be attacked on all sides at all times, and so is Arcbridge. Halifax just doesn't have the same kind of tight ship for like security, but it's big. It's think Yarnum, but not shitty.
Ah.
Like, that's a lot of what you're looking at.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, this place is pretty when the moon isn't trying to eat you.
What the fuck is Anne Rolando doing here?
Oh, would Anne Rolando be a better?
Hey, this place
Be
looks
better
like Anne
comparison.
Rolando. What? Oh.
No, Anne Rolando and Yarnum don't really look that similar. I was just talking about the weird fucking castle you can see from Yarnum.
That looks a lot like Anne Rolando.
No, and
Anne
I don't.
Orlando.
It would be like, you would be between, I think, Anne Orlando and Yarnum. Like, a lot of the lower city looks like Yarnum, but like the closer you get to the center of Halifax, it looks more and more like Anne Orlando.
Okay.
The most
So
fun
it-
thing I've ever heard Anne Orlando called is anal rodeo.
It's
Yes.
like it's like a transition
Anal
from like
bruising Londo.
Victorian esque to more like mixed between Victorian and medieval,
Yeah, I mean,
high medieval.
pretty much. And that's just because the stuff at the center of the city is the oldest.
Right. Nice.
I presume with the big ass fucking entourage that they have in the process of like journeying there, they don't encounter anything.
No, probably not.
We probably encounter a welcoming party.
Well, I mean, there's
but-
no roadside fucking ambush.
No, probably not.
Bandits think about it, and then they reconsider.
It's like the owl bear in that cave that was like, what the... Never mind.
I value my life.
A bunch of bandits see like fucking. Oh, they look pretty nice. They got a lot of coins on them. Probably. Then they see like an army of undead. Oh.
No,
We
those
are
are
not
not
bringing
coming with
any
us.
I know. But this,
They see the party. They see the meddlers.
You're actually not bringing that very many people with you. So Boltjaw is present and Kadra is present, as well as a number of priests and like a small group of people that are loyal to Kadra and Boltjaw.
Yeah, just like retainers. you think
Pretty
about it.
much. And then there's you guys and your lot, and that's pretty much it.
Graceland, Galahad, Amelana, Drixia.
Speaking of her, what is her opinion of like the remnants of what used to be the Union?
I'm gonna be honest with you, this is kind of pitiful. I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
I guess I'm happy you survived, but
It's quite
Yeah,
different
that's what I
than
was doing over
the
here too. as
gleaming
well.
city that is Arcbridge.
I suppose if you wanted a more impressive city, aside from Arcbridge, of course, I could take you to the Drow capital. We'd both probably end up in chains, though, or dead.
I don't know that I'd rather. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would perfectly happily watch the entirety of Drow civilization leveled.
I figured.
Now you understand my request for a number of weaponry produced for us.
The problem is resources. Well, twofold actually. Resources. We're gonna need a lot of them to make a lot of guns,
The
and it doesn't look like you guys have the infrastructure for the type of earth moving that we would need for just the sheer amount of metal we would need. You're gonna need a lot more help.
teleportation circle comes out into a mine, if that helps.
That's one mine.
It is.
We can see about forging alliances with the orcs.
Yes, they have a very impressive mine known as the Godstone Mine. Yes.
Yes.
That's two. We might need more help than that, though. And then, moving on from that, it's a matter of manpower. I mean, look at all this open space.
Yeah.
There's not an ounce of wasted open space in all of Arcbridge. The entire world used to be that way, at least from what I understand.
Really?
Or at least this area, this region.
I'm sure if we dig down far enough, we could find bunches of ruins.
It's
scattered
very
about.
possible.
You know, if you did that, you'd probably get you'd probably be able to get your hands on a lot of metal.
Potentially, yes.
That's a lot of digging,
Yes.
and it's less effective because now I'm sorting through scraps that have to be sorted, and then I'll need hundreds, possibly thousands of metallurgists to help me separate out the metals.
I have a question
Mhm.
about
Lots
the
of work.
party gold.
How much it is?
How is it divided
Potentially
among
too
us?
much.
Do we just have like a
We
fucking
have- we-
joint account?
We have like a joint account essentially. If
Yeah.
you'd like a separate number of like lump sum that I
Can
can
we get
give
like a
you.
prenup going?
do you need
I
an
need-
amount for your journey?
You
I
don't
can-
think
I
it's
can
a
give
smart
you a
idea
loan.
for a pair of spouses to put all of their money in a single account?
I can give you a loan at 7% interest.
I'd like to have some money of my own.
How much?
Well, I
Subtract
need 600
You
right
need
now.
only 600.
Yeah.
Would you like some extra? So I have some.
Givels are like 6,000.
6,000. That
I was not asking for that much. I could probably make do with like 1,000 max.
That's true.
6,000 would bring us down to 12,000. Actually, no.
If we were trying to divide it
Yeah.
evenly, each
Yeah,
of us would
14.
get 5.
Mm.
Because
Well,
we're at roughly 20 right now,
I
right?
trust Cassandra having.
20,900.
I trust Cassandra in our giant bag of holding that I still need to sort through all the books through.
Yeah.
Damn
I just
it.
need 600 in the immediate, and then in the future I'll need a little bit probably, considering...
I'll give you 5,000.
I'm
Okay.
super looking forward to having a game in the future last as long as this one, but not be about the end of the world, so that you guys can have like a stronghold that isn't just kind of like a footnote.
So, I looked it up.
Wait
I'm
until the
sending
end
it
of the
to you.
game. We're probably gonna make Sunstone huge.
And we're probably going to have Allhome be another like capital if all goes
No.
well.
No.
Oh.
It'll be a proper metropolis though. Once we're done with it.
It will probably house.
It'll
a
elevate
good-
from town to city.
right, but it won't be like.
Halifax.
I can't have it be that big.
Unless Halifax gets destroyed.
Let's hope not.
That would suck.
Oh
that
no,
would really
Azeroth
suck.
destroyed Halifax.
I guess
now I
right.
don't. I
now
now I
there's
can't.
no fucking...
Come to Allhome.
There's
Yeah.
no Saturday game anymore.
Now I can't fucking run. No. But now I can't fucking write my goddamn comic called The Last
Shit.
Queen of Halifax.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh shit, oh fug. But anyways, so you guys make it inside of Halifax, and you know, you have like signed documentation with you.
Mhm.
Like the message that was sent out to Lady Kadra was signed and notarized by like the king of Halifax.
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, it's an official call for all those of noble blood.
God, the king's gonna be here. This is gonna be Assassin City.
So you are, as you are walking in, like, there is, at the gate, this massive statue, like, this massive steel statue, and it is on a cart. And it is, like, there's a small group of, like, Efreet around it, and it is a gift, like, that is being given. There's a customs issue at the moment, though, and they're kind of, like, arguing with a not insubstantive number of the Halifax Guard.
Is that our problem?
What's your diplomacy?
Not good. I'm only trained in it, and I have a charisma of +2.
I'm only trained, but it's 18.
I have charisma of not charisma, diplomacy of 20.
Yeah, I think you're the most diplomatic person here without Lazara.
Cassandra, like, I will catch up with you all later. I'm sure I won't be able to miss.
Don't tarry.
Of course not. Then she walks up to this disagreement that's happening. If I may be so bold, what seems to be the issue? I'm just curious on the account of the large statue and the
They
visible-
never sent a message beforehand. I mean, this is huge. I don't want to let it in the city without direct approval from somebody who's significantly higher up on the chain. That way, if something ever bad happens,
We finna get fucking Trojan horse.
Wait, yeah, it's not my head on the chopping block.
I see. This is quite the large statue. So the description, like, this is just like a giant iron statue of like what, a man? Like
It is of a like sword-wielding like warrior, basically.
Oh.
They're clad in plate, holding a great sword. There's
Um,
nothing immediately that stands out or is spectacular about it.
Is there any way, like...
If you knock on it, it's solid metal.
So it's
Oh,
not a
metal.
Trojan horse.
It's not stone. Okay.
Stunned flesh.
Well-
There's an assassin in the castle.
Well, see, here's the thing. At ground level, it's probably solid. You just fly...
It's about 20 feet tall, not counting the tip of the sword, which probably extends up another 5 feet past the head.
B.
Cass is going to fly up and just, like, feel around it, just, like, to inspect...
Yeah, don't
She's
mind.
going to use the excuse of inspecting the craftsmanship.
Don't mind me, I'm just flying.
She has wings. They're visible. So.
Not everyone does.
That's
The
true.
Freet don't mind. They're perfectly happy to let you inspect it. You can roll perception if you like.
I would like to.
The sword is poisoned. They're gonna stab the king
That
with
was
it.
pretty low.
How'd you do?
26.
26.
Total.
What did you roll, a 1?
3. Can I take a reroll for this, guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go, by all means. Is that a natural 20?
Yeah, that's a 43 total.
Okay.
Oh.
20 on die.
God.
Okay. So, you notice about this statue that around the nostrils there is a very light, like, movement of air.
Uh-huh.
Meds is in the statue. Or the statue's alive.
Or the statue is alive.
Oh shit, there are metal men, that's right! This might be a giant.
They brought an automaton.
So...
I will point out, though, that in your inspection of the entire statue, there are no moving joints, there's no
Like
articulation.
like any sort of like hidden trapdoor or anything like that.
Nope, and the statue itself could not move. Like, it doesn't have the ability. There's no
Yeah.
joints.
This is like that fucking dragon head at the Gringotts Bank in Universal.
And is not visibly magic.
Plug the nose.
Sai? I need some assistance. Do you know of any sort of languages that any sort of giants may speak? If there's any sort of common language?
Who are you asking?
The suit.
The AI in the suit.
The AI in the suit.
Oh,
Sai.
yeah.
Sai.
Yeah, I mean, giants speak Jotun.
Select.
Giant be like, yo.
Okay.
Yo.
She's like, and she like goes up to his ear and whispers, "Are you alive?"
There is no response.
Hey, matey.
No.
Tickle the metal?
Your plan is to tickle the metal man.
There's no response.
The Ifrit are down on ground level, by the way, like,
Oh, you're good.
It's just
What
a statue,
the
man.
fuck
You're good.
are they doing?
Just plug the nose. Stick your fingers right up there. Just
I mean, it's a giant statue. I could probably fit my whole arm inside one nostril.
how accurate is that?
It's a little smaller than that. You could probably fit your fists in their nostrils.
Okay. What if I did this? And then just
I
does that.
fucking hate you so much, Matt.
Just hold it there for a second.
There is a brief stifling of airflow, but it proceeds as best it can.
She's gonna stay there for a little bit.
I hate you so much, Matt.
If you don't mind, I would prefer you did not continue harassing
The statue?
the statue.
I think the statue would have words with you about that if it could have words.
I'm not gonna buy fucking worms.
Can I
Oh,
make
so.
another perception check to see if if it's being affected at all by this,
On Snom?
or like
On jaw?
There's
Oh,
no
Drink
change
the
in the external structure at all of this, this statue.
okay.
Set it ablaze!
Just so I can continue with the facade of being like, yeah, I'm expecting like the metal work. What is it made of? Is it just like solid steel, or is it like a
Yes,
special?
it is made out of a like not quite stainless steel, but it is some kind of like iron alloy.
Okay. And it's, I assume, like magnificently like polished or anything like that.
No,
or-
it is blackened.
Oh, it's blackened.
Yes,
I see.
Burned.
That makes sense.
to help resist rust.
Okay. She like flies back down. and she speaks to the Efreet. Amazing craftsmanship. Very smart to blacken it, although it does make sense since you are a Efreet.
Racist.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, what
come
the
from
fuck,
the place
man?
of volcanoes and ash. I feel like it's not entirely a far-fetched thing.
Yes, we have expert craft from Ashianor, where we're from. Do you feel the need to more closely inspect our gift?
I was just curious. It's quite the piece. It's quite an impressive piece, I must say. And she turns to the guard. Well, what would it would take an official seal from like the king or one of his retainers for this to be allowed in the city?
I've already sent for somebody to come down and inspect it. That way it's no longer on my head. Until then, it stays here.
I see. And like, do the Efreet look visibly like, come on, man, we don't want to wait here that long?
They're just kind of irritated that it's like they're sitting around waiting. No.
Oh, cool, great.
You did suck
Caster
though,
just
by
did she just
putting your fists in its nose.
nose?
Yeah.
It is mostly
Yes.
solid. Like the metal for this
Okay.
statue is mostly solid. If they did create a hole in it anywhere to save metal or save weight,
It would be in the head.
it would be like in the head or the chest somewhere. But the legs are completely solid.
And
as
like,
far
there's
as you can tell.
nothing wrong with the eyes or anything?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, she's just like, well, oh man, I shouldn't do this.
Oh no.
I was just going to say,
You know, usually that indicates you shouldn't do something.
yeah, but it always works out.
Please don't embarrass us at the moot.
No, I was just going to mention, I've met some Efreet in my time. Perhaps we can meet each other in the city and grab some drinks.
Were you talking about like a group hang? What are we going for here?
Well, it's like specifically just Cass wanting to know more about like why they're here. That's her motive for wanting to say, hey, let's hang out sometime. But yes, okay.
I'm going to flirt with you, but as a friend.
It's friendship flirting.
Yes. Don't you like-
Flirtships.
Friendship.
No.
Cass turns to the Efreets and just says, well, I do hope that this does not take much longer. As soon as you do get into the city, I am on here on the lands meet. If you can by somehow get into contact with me, I'm Cassandra Wayfinder. I would very much like to speak
Why
to you.
would we do that?
Why? Well, I find the free culture actually quite fascinating.
Got him.
I'm
and
like 1,000 miles from home.
it's been a long journey, has it not?
Yep.
That's 1,000 miles is pretty long, yeah.
We live in a volcano, and right now it's 50 degrees.
That is fair.
You remember how much Lasara liked the cold when you met her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. This is why I should never play a face, because I just... Right now I'm not thinking of any good reasons for them to stay. Like, to speak.
I mean, if it becomes a problem later, we'll solve it.
I want to talk to these guys, though, is the issue.
I get you.
And learn why they're here, besides we're dropping off this gift. For the camp.
May or may not be an assassin.
Right.
Well, anyways,
Yeah.
I hope you have a lovely day. Bye. I'm sure you have important business to get to.
Right. If you do ever reconsider, by all means.
Lady Kadra and Bulljaw have already left, by the way.
Yeah, I'd assumed like you all had moved on. I said like, don't wait up for me. I'll catch up.
Cora's waiting.
Cora's waiting.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What is is Caster also waiting?
Castor made a comment to Cora about you looking like an idiot, and then followed Kadra and Buljaw.
I see. Well, I guess she'll like walk and meet up with Cora.
Did you have fun learning to be an otolaryngologist?
Did you just Google that word?
Huh?
Did you just... Haley, look at me. Did you just Google that word?
Bless you.
Answer me.
Kazoon type, motherfucker.
No.
Are you lying to me?
Yes.
About what?
Ass.
Oh, that's not something you should lie
Nose
about.
doctor.
Ah. Yes, I did have quite a lot of fun. Something I noticed about that statue. There's a slight airflow coming from the nostrils. It makes me wonder why they're here to have... And they have no notice of the gift being
It could be
by.
some kind of
We're walking and talking away, by the way.
Okay.
could be the symptom of some kind of mechanism. Probably not. It's probably not a vehicle of some sort, but maybe disgorges something through the nose.
My hypothesis was that it was actually a giant.
Really,
Yes.
I don't know of any giants. I actually, are there giants made of metal?
I don't think so.
Giants don't tend to be made of anything. Like
They're just big.
If
They're-
anything, it'd be a golem.
they're they're named after what kind of element they sort of lord over. So storm giants have lightning. Cloud giants also have lightning, but they tend to be a little weaker than storm giants. Fire giants like lord over fire. They're not
Okay.
made of those things. They
I-
just look like humanoids.
I guess color me the fool.
Color you not a golemologist.
Well, if it's not a giant, it could also be a golem, but I don't think golems have any sort of language that they speak. Although,
They speak the language of the master.
I was going to say, if it was built by the Ifrit, it probably speaks Ifrit.
Probably won't listen to you.
It's worth it might be worth looking into further.
I mean, this is quite a large statue, it should be hard to miss. If it is accepted inside the city, that is.
Cora takes a good look at it and says, "Well, now I can find it again."
Indeed. Well, we should not delay.
Yes.
And maybe go forward.
Okay.
I just wanted to stay behind to say that.
Yeah. Just to say, like, have fun being this ologist thing.
An otolaryngologist.
An otolaryngologist.
Odogaron. Yes, I like that monster hunter creature a lot.
It helps that it's a really big word for a really big thing.
Or as Zane would say, because he has a bit of the dry brain, Odogaron.
Is it Odogaron?
I think last I checked, Zane said Odogaron because he has smooth.
Better known as an ENT.
An ENT.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Yep. So anyway, you guys catch up to the rest of your small caravan, and you are leading, like you're going further into Halifax. There is a kind of secondary wall very deep into the city. Like you guys probably walk. Well, you don't even really walk. Like you're on horseback
Oh.
and galloping on horseback through like a street in the city. And from the time you guys entered the city to the time you get to the second wall on horseback is like an hour and a half.
Jesus.
Well,
And
goddamn.
is it like a straight path too, or is it just
Yes.
like, oh my god?
All roads lead to Rome type deal.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I get the chance to take her horse out of the stable.
But you guys arrive at the second wall, and there are like plate clad. You know how the British Guard are all like just absolutely their assholes are the tightest things on the planet.
Yeah,
we
they
You
mean-
could, you could
they-
pressurize a fucking diamond with
They
them.
become
Yes.
statues until the changing of the guard.
Right, exactly. There's like 24 of those guys by this one gate that's 10 feet high.
I swear to God, if Cassandra starts trying to get one of them to like blink or move, I'm gonna come
She's
back.
not
I'm
that.
gonna come back from the plane of fire
Just
and
to smack.
backhand you,
They
and then
are-
go back to the plane of fire.
They are all of them in one arm, holding a halberd, and then on their other arm, they have their hand on like a sword at their side. So, and they are in full plate mail, which is like a little uncomfortably polished. Like they
Like it's a
obviously
little reflective.
they don't use it enough. but they're sitting outside, and Lady Kadra like dismounts and displays like that she is supposed to be here. One of them recognizes her, and they have a brief moment of talking. You know this isn't looking good for you, right? I'm aware, but it's all I can do. There's no reason for me to shirk showing up. That's probably going to look a lot worse. If you say so. Anyways, and he like closes the visor on his helmet and blows a small horn, and the gate like lifts for you guys to enter.
Do these guys look at all similar to the statue? Because, I mean, it would make sense if they're going to deliver a gift to this capital, they'd probably want to have something to commemorate something about the capital, right? Not just give them something random that doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, is that the case? Does it look...
What did you ask? I'm super sorry. I heard your explanation to them, but I did not hear the initial question.
Does the statue look similar to the knights at all?
No.
No. Oh, how curious.
How curious.
Any wombat. Moving a boot.
Moving you.
A boot.
A boot.
But
A boot.
You can.
You can move your body, pre-blood. No longer tied down.
You really should have a name for the Drow capital.
you should.
Yeah, I should.
Okay. There we are. Sorry, I'm also having to deal with the stuff on the side. So, you guys get through the gate. You are led through. This is the equivalent of like the keep, except it's a whole ass castle and it's a big one, and it has like there's basically a second smaller city here.
It's like the Cloud District.
But all of
We
these
don't get to that one
people
very often.
serve the king basically directly. It would not be unreasonable for basically anyone who lives in this area, which probably houses, not counting the people in the castle, about 10 to 11,000 people, to have seen or talked to the king, queen, or their children once at least. Like, these are groundskeepers, smithies, chefs, people who make food, like, you know, like, and when I mean make food, I mean like farmers, not like...
They don't like. Oh, you want a fucking cabbage corned beef?
Eat your
What's the
fucking
hot dog?
That's the freaking guy, though.
God,
Get your hot dogs.
yeah.
Oh.
And then the rest of the infrastructure is just these people also supporting each other. Like, they're kind of independent from the rest of the city as best they can be.
Also have like terrace farming in this portion of the city and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
They'd last for a long time in case of a siege.
That is kind of the idea, that you would pile in as many capable fighters as you could behind these walls, and then the rest of the city is just in the way. Hopefully slowing the tide of whatever came for the king. But...
Who is the king of Halifax?
Lord Halifax.
Oh, okay.
Would you like a first name?
Kenrith, the returned king.
I'm guessing we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Cornelius Halifax. That's it.
I mean, we can go with that.
Cornelius is my go-to name for Richmond.
Cornelius Fudge.
Yeah.
But, anyway. So, as you guys arrive, there are other small caravans of other nobles who are here. And they're all kind of like around talking. But like most of them are relatively minor. They're like, you know, sons of people who have been away. There's nobody that Kadra notices immediately. Presumably the rest of the major nobles in this area arrived days ago because they're significantly closer to Halifax than you guys are. Basically, it's just the stragglers that are being waited on. And Kadra relays to you that based on the day that it is, it'll probably be about 3 days-ish that we're going to continue waiting for anyone else who might show up, and then the proceedings will begin. There will be like a small celebration, and then, you know, but...
Alright.
Yeah. So, that's where you guys are. And then you guys get led into the castle by, like, a number of knights or a guard. and they show you your quarters. I mean, the castle has literally like dozens, if not hundreds, of rooms that are just empty at all times.
What is the manner of like these guys? Like, what's the attitude towards us?
Stern,
Okay,
Just, yeah, doing their job.
strictly professional.
gotcha.
I
Stoic.
imagine this, since it's the capital, it's probably quite opulent.
Yes, so it is like, it's gorgeous in here. Like, there's all kinds of gold gilding. There's like these massive banners that are easily like 20, 30 feet from tip to tip that, you know, they got all kinds of heraldry on them. There are halls that you walk through that have heraldry of each of the royal families that are currently present in the Kingdom of Halifax. Like, there's, you know, tapestries that show histories from like back before Halifax was built. Stained glass windows all over the place, suits of armor from like all the way back to the Second Era. Like, this is a gorgeous, opulent. This is
Probably the nicest place in the Southern Kingdom.
this is probably the nicest place in one of the nicest places in the entire world.
Wow.
Like, the rugs are velvet and always clean somehow. They probably have like a number of court wizards who just come through and prestidigitate.
They have wizards hired just so they can clean.
They
them.
have janitors.
Yeah,
they
Magic
have
janitors.
janitors.
We look at behind the banners and there's just like feet poking out and just like when someone steps on a piece of the velvet and just like, oh shit, and then goes behind the banner.
Like,
They have pages, but they're all janitors.
Yeah.
it is a gorgeous, rich place and is probably better looking than a majority of Drow territory. This is opulence. This is indicative of perhaps if people were not living in such good conditions in most of the rest of the Kingdom of Halifax,
This is why.
a gross overuse and misallocation of taxes.
How impressive.
Evelyn and Drixie is probably like, this is ridiculous.
She'd probably be like, this is wasteful.
Yeah.
I mean, nobles are as nobles are.
Yeah.
I can't imagine using this much gold for this, though. And I don't mean shillings, I mean the metal.
I saw I saw gold better used in the time that I was in Artbridge.
We have plenty of good uses for gold, yes.
An important part of the pneumatic system and the transport of power, right?
Yes. It's a very conductive metal.
You seem pretty tight-lipped, Caster. First time here?
First time this far into the city, yes. It's astonishing.
Indeed.
I never got a chance to visit the Drow capital, but I did spend quite a amount of time in a couple of cities. Nothing ever reached us.
I wonder what the other capital was like in the other kingdom. Probably.
Large, very large.
I imagine. I wonder if it's quite this grandiose.
I've seen pictures of Aelin's throne. It's
Are we talking about the Drow or the
No,
other human?
I personally
kingdom?
was talking about the other human kingdom.
Oh, I assumed otherwise. I have no idea.
Although I can't imagine that the place that Aelin herself personally lives would be poor.
Certainly not.
Of course not. Can't have that. Not for the Drow Empress herself. No.
Queen bitch.
Indeed.
That's your name.
Yeah, I know.
Wait!
I have the truth is revealed. I have
The truth come out.
Does
Does Cora
Cora- yeah.
Amarin is traitor?
Does Cora Amarin is Aelin?
God, to get stomped this early in the campaign, like to get stomped so many times early in the campaign, I fucking hope not. Unless I'd be a really shitty god.
Or it was all a ruse.
It was a ruse.
She actually managed to have the dice fall how she wanted it.
I've been pulling the strings the whole time. Truth is,
The game was rigged from the start.
That's not very
Cora
That's
has
not
a
very cash money of you.
Cora has a very big penchant for checked suits now.
But, anyways, you guys are all led to individual rooms. You are allowed to stay as you do. Galahad opts for a room of their own,
Okay.
being smart enough to know that that is a good idea.
yeah.
And you guys are left in the castle of Halifax over the next, several hours. You're just...
I saw the last message you sent me after the other ones because I put my phone down to look at a spell.
You're good.
Actually, this does not pertain to what we're doing now. This is going to be a slight retcon, if possible.
Sure.
Can I give the white apple to Necris for further study?
I assumed you already did that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was operating under that assumption.
Perfect.
But they took it back to Arkbridge with them in all likelihood.
Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted.
So, anyway, you guys, arrived at the castle a bit afternoon, like 2:30-ish. And until you turn in, you're kind of basically told, like, you have free reign to walk around, mingle as you please, just don't break anything. Don't go anywhere where guards tell you not to go, because the place is posted chock full of guards.
Oh, I
If you're walking somewhere you don't belong,
Someone
They'll let
else.
you know.
right? Someone will let you know.
Queen's Guard is fucking like, don't go that way shit. That's not what they say, but they say like,
Holy shithead! Don't go that way.
Oh, thanks, Tracer. Sorry, I didn't know that. I couldn't go there.
it's more
Why
or less
not go? Fuck you on about?
It's just like
Piss off.
step back from the chain or whatever. Don't go that way. Yeah. Anyway, Cass wants to spend her time gossiping about the statue.
Oh.
See if any word is spread up to the castle. See what any other. I can try and find any retainers that are talking about it. Did you see that ugly ass statue out there? That blackened piece of shit. Look at that.
Let me look at the skills in this goddamn game, because I still don't know them all.
There
I can read them to you.
I feel like there could be a couple of applicable. It's like society,
Hold on.
perception,
I
diplomacy.
think society's a good one to roll. I think perception is another good one to roll.
Oh, no.
And we'll leave it at those for now, because this is not you, like, I know you're talking to people, but there's something specific that,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I was
not
fucking
society.
until I was waiting for
Actually-
the respawn.
I'm going to be the big, like,
The big cheese.
super into it and use society based on how this is going, because she's wanting to learn more about not only society.
What can you tell me about the Reapers?
Yes.
Well, bang, okay.
28.
28.
Well, bang, okay.
Talking about Reapers.
So,
Well, bang.
a lot of the people that you talk to, like retainers for several of the other families that are around. So there are, of the major families that have reported to Halifax for this, not counting the ones that just live in Halifax, because there are a couple of noble houses that just live here.
Oh, cool.
There are the Dusseronis, there are the
Like
Brevins, the Cadrons, and then there are... there should be one more family.
Should we write those down?
I already like the Dessaronis.
Yeah, they're good. I'm gonna write those down actually.
Yeah, so there are the Dessaronis, the Brevins, and the Cadrons, and then there are about 5 other noble families that exist just in Halifax.
They're just more minor.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
they're not more minor. They kind of like... They just... So, all of these families report directly to the king, but the families who live inside Halifax kind of have less autonomy. They're not less important, they're still like dukes and duchesses.
They're more like direct vassals as opposed to just
Right.
like
They don't-
being a separate barony far off somewhere that has their
Right.
own thing going on. Okay, that makes sense.
What was the third house? I'm sorry.
There is Desaroni, like DE space SARONI.
It's an apostrophe.
Then there's Brevand, like the Brevins, BREVND, and then there are the Cadrons, which are CAEDRA.
Okay. And the Brevins got fucked.
Yeah.
Big ol' war day.
They took a whumping.
They
Cass-
took a wallop and a half.
wants to stay away from the Catrons.
Yeah, probably wise.
She wants to actually talk to the Dessarones, just because they're not the ones that got completely fucked and they're probably the least bitter out being here right now.
So you do actually manage to find a couple of the Disaroni like retainers, but you don't find any of the members of the family directly.
Right.
And they're like, actually, we should probably inform our lady. She's the one who arranged for the statue to arrive from Ashianor. It was a joint gift between the people of Ashianor and the Disarones to give to the king. We have brokered a minute peace between us and the Ifrit for the foreseeable future. We weren't at war, but with things as they are, it helps to...
A non-aggression pact.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I see. I had heard, though, coming up that there was no, sort of notice. And
Yes, that it may have just slipped our mind. Madame de Seroni is a bit empty-headed.
You didn't
No-
hear that one from me.
I will chalk it up to saying it got lost in the mail.
Yeah. Full of water up there.
Head full of water. That's an affront to God.
Brain
She
empty,
does not say
no
this.
thoughts.
She does not say this, but, smooth as an egg, I imagine.
As smooth, as
Smooth like an egg up there, ain't you, bud?
But
Nothing's
she's just like...
She
Ah,
continuously
okay.
baffles Safedom by continuing to live.
If I may be pry into what was it modeled after?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I have no idea.
Shoot. This is out of character. The Dessarones, where are they? I assume they're located more towards the south,
So
closer to the Great Caldera.
I can't turn this around because it would be a pain in the ass to do. But they are to
You're
the
laughing. My
east
friend Cheese
of
can't pronounce
Halifax.
cheese
They're
very
like
correctly.
2 to
You're
3
laughing.
days north
Cheese
of
very-
like the huge mountain range on the northern end of the Great Caldera.
Okay.
So-
yeah,
I think I see what you're
they're
talking
really
about.
close
Yep,
to the Euphrates.
I see it.
Yeah,
I found Chateau de Soroni.
Chateau. That's a good word, actually.
it is.
Chateau is an excellent word.
De Saconi. Gotcha. Cool.
I'm gonna see.
Chateau.
Before I proceed, I'm going to type a message here.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh yes, there.
Nope, don't want to associate with whatever demon just exercised itself from you.
Well, if it's exercised, it's not there anymore.
He just
Wait.
want that doesn't mean he's not still there. He's just not in me.
Not
They don't
think-
want to associate with him.
Not thinking about
He's
it, I called.
exercising, not exercising.
Not thinking about it, I decided to call the war that that Azarpool waged, as I named it, the Red War. That's from Destiny. Probably don't do that.
Yeah, maybe
Probably
not.
don't do that.
Call it the scale.
How long
wars.
did it last?
Couple months.
About 5 months.
The one that has our cool?
Yeah, the one with Azarpool, yeah. That's a very short war.
That wasn't until 3 or 4 months. That was starting to pick up traction, like, by the time we had killed Caster Pyreguard.
Oh,
Or not
yeah,
Caster, like
no.
Jace
Jace.
Pyreguard.
The Red Hand has been a problem that
That's right.
became known, like, it's been about a year-ish. This
Yeah.
has been a prolonged thing.
Oh, okay.
Let's say, if it was...
Yeah, it was like about a year or more.
Okay.
Okay.
It just started picking up traction, like, rapidly within the past, like, 4 or 5 months, maybe.
And then we stopped it.
Then he got disintegrated.
Then we put the cease button on him.
That was easy.
God fucking, how dare you bring
Just-
that back?
I mean, all those forces came from the Scar. You can say it's a war against
of
the
my
Scar.
memory.
That was easy.
You could call it the Red Scar War.
That was easy.
I mean, they are red. But there was a number of other colored dragons, but I suppose Azarpool was the red big bad, so...
And it was mostly hobgoblins, so...
I thought it was mostly Dragonborn, because...
No.
No.
I mean,
It was the one Dragonborn who had united a fuckload of goblin and hobgoblin tribes.
He wasn't a Dragonborn. He was a
Half
hobgoblin.
dragon.
Yeah, he was a hobgoblin half-dragon.
Oh.
Somehow it became Dragonborn?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we I mean, he was a very draconic-looking man.
Yeah.
So, he was intended to be, and I'm sure I got this mixed up at some point, he was born a half-dragon. He was not like a dragonborn, because those are different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a half-dragon hobgoblin.
Gotcha.
I just fucked up multiple times.
You called him a Dragonborn.
Right. but he was a half dragon. He's like,
And he was more reptilian looking than most others.
Yeah.
Super dragon looking.
He was probably more reptilian looking because he was half dragon, and then the other half of him was hobgoblin,
I mean the.
As
he was a
opposed to-
red half dragon.
as
and-
opposed to being half dragon and then half like human.
Well, I mean, hobgoblins aren't draconic looking.
But they are red skinned.
They are red skinned. Regardless, that's not relevant.
A lot of red on red going on there.
Red.
That's not a good color combination. It's not even a combination of colors, it's just red.
Red and white.
Sorry,
that's
that took me a second there to type that out. So, yeah. You've done some schmoozing and snooping.
Yeah,
And
some
you-
snooping and snooping. Do I eventually hear if the statue is brought into the city? Is it eventually accepted?
Not today. Not as far as you know.
Okay. Dang, that sucks for those Efreet down there.
They'd probably taken in.
Yeah, they probably would. She's gonna go try and find them. That's gonna take a while for her to get down there, though. That was at the very entrance of the city.
Are you sure are we allowed to,
You are allowed to leave,
Yeah.
and then come back, okay.
but there is kind of an expectation that you will be here for a thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's probably maybe a curfew past certain hours as well, just with this many noble people who's also go around and sneak around at night. So she's not going to be out too long. If she is going to be out too long, she's just going to stay at the inn.
Okay.
Well, you do that, and you go. Caster, you are pretty much always visibly like a Saphic worshiper, right? Like
Yes.
Okay. There's always like obvious.
There is always, at the absolute minimum, very prominently displayed his Saphic amulet.
Okay. So, what are you doing in the castle? Like, this is probably the first time you've had, in earnest, you're away from all responsibilities. There's nothing you need to do here. You are literally responsible for zero. You've left the keep in command of other people. You don't report to anybody at the moment. No gods, no masters.
Caster's admiring artwork.
Just walking around the castle.
Walking
admiring
around,
work.
looking at the tapestries. This is the most opulent place that he's ever been in or near, frankly. The only thing that would even come remotely close, if, would be the Saphic temple nearby. He does not leave the keep. He stays in the general area. Just kind of generally walks around and actually takes the time to enjoy a day.
So you are looking at on a wall of this like maybe 5 by 3 foot, like it's a huge painting
God.
of a battle from the dragon hunts of the Second Era. There were these like massive swaths of like adventurers and hunters who went out of their way to go and slay dragons, who in that era were like common. Like there were tons of them. A clutch of dragon eggs might hatch a dozen dragons, and you're talking by the time they're a decade old, they're huge. So there were tons of dragons, and there were tons of kobolds, and there was a massive war because a lot of those dragons were chromatic. Metallic dragons kind of kept to their own. They didn't mingle with mortals. They didn't really mingle with each other. They didn't have a reason to. So there was this huge culling of the dragon populace. Please stop.
Sorry.
And you are looking at a painting of like this massive group of safe worshippers who are marching on this like horde of kobolds like charging in, who are armed in like plate mail and armor. There are dragonborn behind them. Like it's a small army, and it's being led by this one like titanic red dragon like breathing down fire on them. It's a very and it's of a battle that they won. 1,000 men stood against 10,000 of this dragon's army and then took their head at the end of the day. But as you're sitting there admiring that, a man who is like short, dark, kind of slick hair, a goatee, which is like very well kept. He's an older gentleman, lines on his face, he's got green eyes. Comes up in these red robes, Like, they're obviously like robes for nobility. They're not like, they're not bathrobes, and they're not rubbish, and they're not wizard robes, which I guess falls under both of the prior categories.
Oh, fuck you.
Got him.
But, and he's got his hands behind his back, and he's looking up at the art, and he kind of turns to you, and he's like, I'm sure it was quite a time.
Most certainly. So many dragons.
Yes, there were quite a few of those fights in the Second Era. I can see you're a man of the cloth yourself,
Indeed.
pondering on those who have come before you. You seem well put together. I assume you've seen your fair share of do-gooding.
One could say that. You may have heard of the ravages of the... Who the fuck was it? The one that started with the... Brevand. You may have heard of the ravaging of the Brevand territories, led by a half-dragon and a number of hobgoblins. I was among those involved in the war.
Ah, I see. Yes. You are affiliated with the daughter of the Cadrons, then?
That would be correct, yes.
Yes, it would be mutually beneficial if she were to receive the recognition I believe she deserves. We are becoming increasingly isolationist here. I would really rather not see mankind cut itself off from a number of potential allies, and the Cadrons are strictly traditional. They seem perfectly willing to throw non-human lives on the pile. I'm afraid that the king may be inclined to listen to that counsel, so I am hoping perhaps younger, more liberal individuals will change his mind, especially those who are perfectly capable of keeping competent men such as yourself in their employ.
Hopefully he shall have their ear.
I should hope. My name is Mikhail de Cerrone.
Castle
Your
Fireguard.
Honor.
Pleasure.
He shakes your hand. Cool. I imagine you've had a long journey on your way here. You're quite a ways away.
Indeed. Our home, my keep, Sunstone. It's right on the edge of the Scar.
Yeah, well, that is quite a precarious place to be perched, for sure. Might I interest you in some of the finer things in life? And he says, please come with me. And do you indulge him?
I would be honored. And Castor goes.
He takes you to a modest dining hall. It's just you and him, and there's like there are a couple of servants who are walking around, and he calls them over and orders some wines and some expensive cheeses and meats and offers it to you, and you both sit down at the table and you eat. You can have whatever conversation you might like. He's perfectly content to just sit there and eat in your company, though.
Mikhail. Quite a pleasant man, this one.
You're with House Decerone, then?
Yes, I am. Me and my wife are the head of the Decerone family, and we lead from Chateau Decerone.
How are things in your lands?
They are comfortable. Mix between the frigid winds and the boiling rock that comes from just of our southern border.
I'd imagine that would keep everything nice and temperate, then.
It comes and goes. But we are close friends with a number of non-human allies. We have close ties to some of the dwarven families in Ordwall, and we are currently trying to, as best we can, broker an alliance between ourselves and the Ifrit, as we were faster to catch wind of what was actually going on in the Scar and the things that are on their way. The king is not so convinced. It's a lot easier, I suppose, to want to ignore those sorts of things when they are so close to your doorstep. The Brevans are the last line of defense between anything that might come from the Scar to Halifax, and now they're in ruin. This unpreparedness, I should think, should not stand.
I'm inclined to agree. Allies from the other races would be far beneficial. Particularly as it would mean they would not be inclined to ally with the enemy.
Yes, I should hope. We might need everybody that we can muster on the fields.
That would be an understatement.
This is true.
Simply hope we are able to convince his lordship.
I should hope so too. Perhaps if he cannot be convinced, though, there will be somebody who can be. He may not live forever, and perhaps, especially considering the length of elven lifespans, he'll expire, and his son or one of his daughters or his wife will take his place. And that will make the preceding events, I should think, significantly easier. Kingdoms in the midst of turmoil, what better a time for massive political shifts? But it would be easier if we had allies. So, I should have you know I am perfectly aligned with the daughter of the Cadrons. I think she has legitimate claim to the land which she has so righteously defended.
We're glad to have your support, Lord Tisseroni.
Thank you. And please, you're welcome to eat as much as you like. It's on my dollar. I have plenty of money, and I'm sure the king shan't mind to offer me his hospitality.
I thank you. And Castor digs in.
Just a complete slob, just...
No. I mean, he snacks lightly throughout the conversation, but...
Right.
He just continues small talk, things about the kingdom, news that goes around, etc.
Okay. What does Cora do?
So, Cora, unless she is otherwise engaged with either like, spending time with Galahad or Graceland, takes the opportunity to visit a. She's going to walk the keep to see if she can find a library.
Oh, one last thing you
Oh,
notice,
and one more thing.
Castor, is that he is wearing an amulet, which at first you recognize, but you don't know from where, and it hits you towards the end of your meal that it is the crest for Ishianor. You've seen it somewhere on Asara's things.
Interesting.
You were saying, Cora.
No. She's going to attempt to find a library in this keep. If she cannot...
There super is one.
Probably like a Grand Archives.
Which, if she is... As she's walking around, she makes no effort, like, to disguise herself. Like, her coat and, like, robe affair, like, has definitely the, like, clockwork symbols ticking.
So, you...
Talk about a loud outfit.
It's subtle.
Literally.
It doesn't... They don't make noise. And
Brits
it's
out here literally be saying literally.
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 It's a subtle effect. You'd have to be watching
It's
her.
LITCH.
Until noon strikes and then the grandfather clock goes off.
God.
Cuckoo clock comes out of your shoulder.
Just comes out of her ear.
Kind of high-fashion bullshit.
Oh, no. That sounds
And it's-
dreadfully
Humans look at him
unpleasant.
just like, drow.
I think it actually is just... I think it's just her coat that does that.
So, in the Grand Archives, you're talking about a building, or not a building, but a room which easily is like 30 feet high. You're looking like the lower floors of the Library of Congress up in here.
Oh, wow.
There are those like ladders on wheels that slide between like bookshelves, and there are easily like most of the books on these shelves are the size of like a core rulebook, if not bigger.
Okay.
Good God.
Then I think Cora is going to... Cora's going to take the opportunity to read about kind of the history of Halifax, and from an account that from a perspective that she hasn't ever gotten before.
The human one.
Yeah.
There is plenty of it in here to be found, and it is a grim tale.
How grim.
I mean, the Wood Elves are nearly fought to extinction after they are brought out of their veil of neutrality. They were perfectly happy to remain out of the war until the precursors to the Halifaxian family, urged them, hey, we're all gonna die unless, we need help. And the Wood Elves agreed to help, and it cost them almost their entire species. There now number maybe 200 to 500,000 Wood Elves left in the world. Their population very recently has kind of been on the rise, but there's not many of them.
All right.
There's, also many great battles, which were Pyrrhic victories at best, and at worst were colossal losses. The only reason that mankind and dwarves and everyone else were able to keep up is because elves take a long time to breed. And just a slow tale of technological regression. I mean, how many hours do you spend in here reading?
I think she's just gonna spend most of the day here, before heading back to find some food, and she's just enjoying herself.
Okay. Well, so we'll say that for you guys then, the day ends. And we'll go back to Cassandra, who has left the castle and has gone to the inn to an inn to find the Ifrit. I assume you go and ask the guards at the front gate, who are still standing around this fucking statue.
Oh my god.
Where else are they gonna put it?
It's still here, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Believe it or not, we didn't move it.
Would you happen to know where the Ifrit have gone?
Sure. They point you towards an inn. Who wants to name an inn for me?
We don't have Declan here. They're the master of that.
The errant donkey?
Okay, maybe something a little higher class.
Slightly higher class, but not by much.
What about the leaky cask?
The silver goblet.
Ooh, those are both good. I know what inn they're in.
An empty coin purse.
That's also pretty good.
That is pretty good, actually.
But I know what
That's
inn...
that's excellent.
Please don't tell me.
I know what inn they're in.
What inn are they in?
They're in the Mortician's Respite.
The Mortician's Respite?
Wait. Oh, shit!
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Mortician's Respite.
Okay.
Can't say I've heard of it. Before she goes, she wants to go up to statue again, just kind of look at it. Ifrit this time.
Has it moved?
I mean, it probably is a master at standing still.
Cassandra's just staring at it like, has it moved?
But does it move, though?
Yeah.
But does it move? Do you need to call your phone?
I forgot that that's how we started the session. And fuck you, actually.
And we're done.
She switches to Ifrit and just says, "Why are you here?" In Ifrit.
There is no response.
No response. Okay. I can't imagine that there's much more that I can say to elicit a response.
Why do you keep talking to this?
Why do I keep talking to it?
No, not me, the DM. The guard is asking you, it's just a statue, right?
Just a hunch.
You are wearing some very queer armor. I suppose you might be foreign, but it's just a statue.
Where I'm from, it's nothing common to commune with inanimate objects. They seem to have their own
Where
spirit.
I'm from.
I see.
Completely talking out of her ass. She does not believe in that stuff.
Nice.
Do you want to roll deception for me to see how much he's willing to believe that?
I'm sure. I mean, it's not terribly low.
Can you put ice in my glass and
Yes,
bring
I
me
can.
a drink?
Taking lessons
29.
from Lasara.
Thank you. 29.
Yeah.
He just waves it off as you being weird.
He doesn't not believe you, but he does think you're weird.
He doesn't not believe you, but he definitely doesn't believe you.
I mean, and then she just gestures to her legs. Besides, we're related, and knocks on them.
Ah, unfortunate.
That does not make him think you're less weird.
I'm glad you know a tinkerer who is proficient enough. I need a drink.
flashbacks to when
You're just
they were just
behind you.
pinned in my drollage. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tinkerer.
I suppose you could call bludgeoning tinkering.
Beating metal into shape.
Yeah. Have an easy night, gentlemen.
You too.
And she goes to the Mortician's Respite.
It takes you about a good 10 minutes to walk there. It is a relatively large-sized inn, which is very popular visibly from the outside.
Party.
It has an open casket on the outside of it. Like on the sign, there's just this like creaked open casket, like Nosferatu peeking out type of thing. And then it's just in very fancy lettering, the Mortician's Respite.
Quite the inn.
It also has a very gothic kind of style externally. But as you walk in, there are lanterns and candles and lights all over. It's very well illuminated in here, and there are plenty of people.
May I put on some tavern ambiance?
By all means.
And I assume this is like a busy hour, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, he
There
does
goes-
that to everyone.
There goes Bishop.
I'll set it
This
down
is
before he
as
calls
the sun is going down, so the people who are coming to drink are coming to drink.
Bees shoot. It's bees.
Bees.
Wait,
Wait, she was
I found
holding
a
a bishop?
beer.
No, she was holding Gizmo. Bishop ran by.
Oh, bitch.
That actually reminds me, I found a beer recently, a type of stout called Dragon's Milk.
I saw it in the
It is
fridge.
the weirdest fucking thing.
Really glad I didn't try it.
Good.
Is it good?
I don't know if I'd call it good, but it has earned its name. It's got a weird creamy taste.
Uh-huh.
But also like a roasted barley and that hops taste you usually expect out of beer.
It's like that Pharrell
It's-
brand of liquor, cream, with a Q.
It's interesting.
Just ever so
I
slightly.
would not drink it normally,
No, you don't
but I
have to.
might cook a stew with it.
Okay.
She walks in through the, is it like old western double doors to keep the dust, so they can sweep the dust out or whatever, or is it
No.
just like a normal door?
No, it's like a normal door.
Okay.
It's called
Before you
Dragon's Milk.
proceed, though, I have to type something.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean, it's not a bad design.
It just wouldn't fit the town, I don't think, very well.
It wouldn't fit actually the specific.
I don't think
architecture of the
Mortician's
building.
Respite has a double door.
It's got a giant fucking coffin door.
That's
That'd be cool.
That's cool.
It's actually
actually
shaped
is
like the
cool.
weird, like...
Does it have a coffin door now?
Yes.
Yeah! That's rad. I love that.
Very heavy on the theme of morticians and death.
I'm just waiting.
I cannot wait to see who runs this place.
You'll never believe it.
I remember another person with a T in their name. I wonder if this is the same person. But I don't remember their specific name though. I just remember beginning with a T. This is nice.
This is gorgeous music. I love this.
Okay. So, you walk in, and there's like tons of motifs in here about like death. There are skulls all around that do not appear to be fake. There are also like, you know how you'll enter some restaurants and they'll just have like shit, like antiques all over the walls?
Yeah, like Zaxby's.
Yeah.
How their theme is, we found this at a garage sale.
Okay, there are caskets in here.
Like of various sizes and
Yes.
quality.
Longhorn's
Yes.
got cowboy shit. This place has caskets.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
We-
They have like there's a framed thing of surgery tools.
We
like
raided a
embalming
morgue.
tools.
Yeah, there's embalming equipment.
Yeah.
Why not? Shovel. There is a gilded shovel above the mantle.
It's not a shovel. It's a spade.
Yes.
Very specific.
It's just a smaller shovel.
No, spades are square. The square
What?
shovels. Spades are the square shovels. Yeah, you know the square shovel?
I know,
Yeah.
I've been calling those shovels my whole life, too.
No, those are spades. Or actually, it's the other way around. Is the more spade-like shovel the shovel? Or the spade?
The spade is for digging, the shovel is for
Alright, seven
scooping.
character it is.
And is the shovel the?
The difference manifests itself as an angle in between the handle of the blade and of a shovel, while the spade is more or less straight from handle to blade.
Oh.
So, anyway, sorry, I had to type some messages. So, inside the inn, you find a single Ifrit from the caravan who brought in the statue. The rest of them are either turned in or just present, like not present.
Yeah.
And then, there are a number of patrons in here of varying kinds and creed who are all, like, drinking and what have you. And then there is the man behind the bar who is a very old-looking man wearing, like, a Yarnum-style top hat. Like, this man's out here wearing the stovepipe, basically.
Nice.
And he's in, like, all black.
She's gonna go and talk to the barkeep first, the man behind the bar, and ask for just a pint of ale, and just like mingles about and doesn't make herself obvious that like she's trying to find the Ifrit. Just like happens to make eye contact with them. Oh, I happen to actually find you again. Have to be discreet about it. Can't make it obvious.
Can't make it obvious you're standing these fucking Ifrits.
Yeah.
This is a good spade.
That was a good thing. I like
It's weird that the square ones are spade when spades are shaped like the shovels.
Yeah.
Well, they all used to be called spades.
It's less it's generally speaking less about whether or not it's square or like roundish, and more
you
like
order
is
a
it
drink from the
cupped
bar,
or is it
and
flat?
then you go to talk to the Ifrit.
Yeah, just like casually, not like I go and like, hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm just like I make eye contact. Oh, I happen to see you. I've happened to come across your path again, and just goes and is the Ifrit alone, or are they just like
They're alone.
Okay.
So the man at the bar is like, sure, yes, absolutely, yes. I'll be perfectly happy to serve you.
Does this man like have the same face as
Sylvester?
like Ozzy Osbourne or something?
This
Mr.
man
Stallone?
is like wrinkles and just he's
Polyporiasis?
he's got like one good sneeze left in him.
That's a great way to describe it.
He's got one good sneeze left. Like, the kind of sneeze where after it comes out you gotta like...
I want to talk to
Whoa.
this guy a little bit more because of this
Ooh.
perfect personality.
That's gone.
And it's just like, mortician's respite, huh? Were you a mortician before you took up the innkeeping business?
Absolutely, I was, yes. My my son and granddaughter live in a graveyard about 2 weeks away.
Oh. What's the guy's name?
I remember his name.
Isn't it? It's not Jax, because that's the... But it began with a J.
His name was Jack Carlisle.
Jack Carlisle. I believe I ran into a Jack, yes? Jack Carlisle?
Yes, that's my son.
And the daughter I never found.
Yes.
Maybe don't tell him that part.
I crossed paths with him some time ago. It's been quite some time since we...
Oh, you know my son?
Yes.
Oh. Well, you're free to have a drink on the house, then. Any friend of my son is a friend of mine.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
I appreciate the hospitality, but by all means, I want to promote any and all business and strengthen the economy, so please, you don't need to repeat.
You're fine. I'm not hurting for money. People come from miles around for some of my specialty drinks.
People come from miles around for this.
Do people ever ask if it's made from bodies?
Chippy.
No, but they ask me if it's made from embalming fluid.
Is embalming fluid sweet?
It's toxic.
It is
Yeah,
toxic, yes.
It's antifreeze,
I was
basically.
gonna say like antifreeze is sweet.
Tastes really good once.
But, I'm not surprised. However, you've done an amazing job of decorating the place, I have to say.
Thank you. I find my particular type of morbidity to be relatively palatable.
Yes.
I'm just quirky enough, I think, that it works.
Yes, it's quite the unforgettable inn, I have to say. It only tops one other place there's only one other place that I can think of that has the same kind of memorabilia, and it's a brothel. So.
I assure you, any bodies you find here shall not be shaking whatever luscious parts they have.
Or warm.
No, they will not be warm either, unless they're the patrons. And even then, not always, considering some of my drinks.
I love this guy.
So there is embalming fluid.
I never caught your name.
My name is Murdoch Carlyle.
Murdoch Carlyle.
Yes.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Murdoch.
It is a pleasure to meet you too.
I am a one Cassandra Wayfinder.
Oh, I've heard something about you.
Oh, quite. If I may inquire into what you've heard.
Just minor things. You're the retainers and entourage of a despot noble. I don't really know the specifics. I just have heard your name. I'm in the business of being in the know. It's the other half of keeping it in.
Yes. You see, it's quite interesting. Hearing that my name has gotten around. I grew up with no name at all, and now it's spread around. Funny how the world works like that. Anyway, may I have one of your specialty drinks? Actually, you piqued my interest.
Are you interested in being intoxicated for the foreseeable future?
Oh, of course.
Might I offer to you then gut froth?
Gut froth.
Amazing.
Oh, please. I implore you to pour me this drink.
You're gonna get robbed.
She's made sure to
But
leave all
you
the
get
important
mugged.
things home. Like she's left the Wayfinder at home. She does not want to carry that bait special gun. She's actually left it in the care of you
Okay.
because I trust you.
He's gonna
Leave
sell
the gun.
your organs.
Leave the gun built for killing drow in the hands of the drow.
How ironic.
I feel kind of dirty holding this.
She only
This
has.
feels wrong, and I don't know.
I was
Didn't
gonna say
feel
she only
dirty
has
being a
Yusuf and
traitor.
Meredith, but then I remembered. Oh, she
So-
only has Meredith now.
You are served gut froth,
Yes.
which is a dark
Oh,
purple fluid. It is thick, like a
Like-
stout.
like a Guinness thick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it froths, like it has a head that, like, if you had this much in your glass, like this is the actual drink, its head comes about that high off the glass.
God.
Like a solid inch worth.
Oh.
And it doesn't stop. Like it doesn't
Frothing?
go away.
Like
Like-
it stays
just
there.
there.
So
Yeah.
like a wow. It's like a meringue.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is that-
That's. Oh.
Is that froth or is that meringue?
Who is that? What?
It's edible.
It is in a state of matter that is not liquid.
Doesn't quite answer my question, but as long as I'm able to consume it.
Do you drink this?
She does not drink it yet,
Okay.
but she takes it from the bar. Like it's like thank you very. Is it like a tankard or?
Yeah, it's in like the glass that I normally have.
Okay. She takes her stein and thanks Murdoch and walks over to the Ifrit. And she makes eye contact and does a whole spiel that I said earlier. And sits down and says, "It seems I happen to find you again. Hello."
Oh, yeah. Hi. The one who talks to statues.
You really weren't very subtle about that one.
How,
Allow me to formally apologize for my queer behavior. Where I come from, I believe that just all things have a certain spirit in speaking with them.
Doubling down on this one, huh?
Yes, I mean,
Sticking with her lie.
All
Look at
right,
that.
hey. Power to you.
and
You gotta believe the lie.
and just like goes on with that whole thing, and does also the same joke as the sides, and taps on her like we're related. Do I have to roll deception
Again.
in this instance, or does he believe me?
They
He
hate
just
you
fuck-
too much to bother not believing you.
he sits there and he's like,
I suppose.
Sure.
Can I get a phone charger, Haley?
Sure.
Discord is really doing a number on my phone here.
Um,
I'm sitting at a solid 40.
I'd actually learned that this was a joint gift between the Ifrit and the Desaroni family. And I'd also found out that the lady probably had just forgotten to send a notice. I apologize for that. That is quite irritating, to say the least. Regardless, I was hoping to wonder, or was hoping to find out, who had actually crafted it.
Sometimes I wonder.
I'm just a messenger.
Just a messenger.
My captain may know more.
I assume they've turned in for the night.
Yes.
May I have your name, just so I can know in the future? Yeah, it's let's see.
Let's see. What am I gonna use for this guy's name?
I'm trying to think of things like similar.
Nagus Forland.
Nagus Forland.
Nagus.
All right.
And then Forland is spelled how you think it is. Forlund.
Nagus Forland. All right. Well, Nagus, I am one Cassandra Wayfinder. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's all yours.
He gave the truck delivered.
Ah, yes, well,
This month.
thank you. I appreciate your generosity. But
This man is dying.
like he's just not.
God, you're so fucking weird, you dumb hermit.
Why are you the face on this mission?
Let's try and ease the tension a little bit. I can tell as I'm definitely you're out of your comfort zone right now. What are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking ale.
Care for something a bit stronger? Puts the
Something with a bit more gut to it,
Yeah.
perhaps?
gut froth.
This drink costs a platinum apiece.
I got it for free. On the house. I happen
Why
to
are you offering me a drink that is a platinum?
because I'm I don't believe in what's the term I'm looking for specifically?
Hell.
Or
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's fucking getting in the water.
this guy's probably gonna be like, yeah, I already noticed that. I don't really believe in any sort
wanted to
of boundaries or social norms. I didn't grow up with any.
Instead.
Oh God. Yeah. Roll diplomacy.
Roll diplomacy.
I don't believe in social boundaries.
Matt, I implore you.
That's
Never,
gonna be a 39.
never be a face again. You're not allowed.
Sure. I'll drink. If only because I need it.
Perfect. Seems it actually works out perfectly, doesn't it?
He takes it. And he takes a swig that is about a third of the glass. And as he pulls away, there's like a string almost of how thick
Holy
it is.
shit.
Wow.
It's like a syrup.
Oh,
And,
that's
like-
good.
This drink is fucking cursed.
He like coughs a bit. And you can immediately see like some dilation in his eyes, like,
Oh my god. Instant dilation.
oh, okay.
So tonight will be like this.
So tonight will be like this.
It is drugs.
I mean, far away from home, no one really knows. No one knows you. Never gonna see these people again in your life, right? Why not? Bust out a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So is there any particular reason you felt inclined to have a conversation with me?
Well, it wasn't specifically. I mean, besides having made acquaintance previously today, and she drinks some of the gut froth.
You can roll fortitude save there, Chief.
Yeah, I figured. Ah, alright.
Is that a natural 20?
No, it's an 18.
Oh.
That's gonna be a 38, though.
You're good. You're
like-
not immediately intoxicated.
He just drinks it and just, like, puts it down. Well, you see, and just continues speaking normally. Uh,
Oh, thank you.
I haven't previously made your acquaintance. I felt the opulence of the castle itself was a bit too grand for me, so I wanted something a bit closer to the people.
I see.
And we just happened to cross paths again.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm a messenger and a guardsman for the royal family of Shianor.
Really?
Yes.
What's Lasara's last name?
Emlyn.
Emmeline?
Yeah.
The Emmelyns, yes?
Yeah.
This man got fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fort save failed.
You ruined a perfectly good free. Look at him. You gave him alcohol.
Perfect. It's all
Why do you think Lasara doesn't drink, you fucking animal?
Oh, yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
What's your captain's name? I assume he's like the captain of the guard, here to personally deliver a gift.
It would be too hot in the Caldera
Yeah.
to store alcohol consistently, yeah. Just thinking to myself. It'd be too hot in the Caldera to be able to store alcohol rather consistently.
Unless
it
they
would
had,
just evaporate.
yeah. Unless they had their own alcohol.
Well, I mean, there has to be some means of storing some kind of liquid, otherwise they would all die of thirst.
Yeah, but alcohol specifically evaporates at basically room temperature.
Which means it is probably kept in some kind of other solution, which is making it this thick. It's almost like a jelly.
Oh,
Alcohol
Ooh.
jelly.
Bone broth, but cold.
I mean,
You
Jello
know-
shots.
Actually, hey, you know what? Probably alcohol is like. Here's a cursed idea. Alcohol over in Shianor is jelly donuts.
It's like that fucking bar in Parks and
Honestly,
Recreation where they
that's
deliver
not a
alcohol to
terrible
you in the
idea.
form
Jello
of other
shots
things.
originate from a Shianor? Is that what we're going with?
No, jelly donuts are alcoholic in the Shianor.
It's
Like,
like
but it's not like a donut. It's just like a pastry with an alcohol.
Decadence.
it's the flash of light shots that they do in Parks and Recreation. They chisel the aromasphere and then inhale the alcohol fumes, and that's what gets them drunk.
Well, anyway, yeah. Just might I get your captain's name as well, so I also have a name to find in the future.
My captain's name.
Yes. You do know your captain's name, right?
Does the DM know the captain's name?
This
No,
is
the DM knows this man has currently forgotten it.
Yes, my superior officer's
He's
name.
up there.
Yeah, a piece of paper.
No, yeah. Of course, I always have a journal on me, and like just like opens it to the very last page where there's nothing written in it.
Oh, the DM did not know.
I really was hoping I would get a name before I got to this part. But I didn't. I was like, yeah, I got 45 seconds to come up with a name for this intoxicated dumbass.
How about Cairo?
We'll go with Cairo.
Oh, fuck. That's a city in Egypt.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be spelt like Cairo.
That's
Yeah, it
true.
gets to be spelled
Spell it
with
with
a
a K.
Hey,
It's Kairou.
yes.
Cairo.
Cairo Flax.
Cairo flax. Cairo flax.
He's got a friend. It's also Cairo. It's KH.
Cairo flax. They're brothers, actually. Cairo and Cairo. Anyway.
Well-
Cairo.
That's not good.
What happened?
We're gonna save this recording over here
Here
before
we are.
something happens.
Hey!
Further. Duh.
You gotta
So
download
there we go.
more
Now I
RAM.
have a segmented recording there, and any messages that I'm receiving on here are gonna have to wait until
Yeah.
it reboots. But yeah, there we go. Recording is saved
Oh,
at
no.
least up to 2 hours ish.
Cool.
So yeah, he gives you the name of his captain. and he reveals that he is in room 14.
Room 14.
Yep. He turned in a little early, if you ask me, but I don't.
What does he put? I didn't really seem like.
He didn't feel like socializing.
Okay.
What's Cass doing out here?
What's Cass doing out here?
Yeah.
Cass is doing some espionage.
Investigation.
Oh, yeah, espionage. Investigation is more accurate. Cass is just like, well, rest is yours, my friend. Have a good night.
This looks a little familiar. Arcana phase is in the castle now.
He thunks on the table after you say goodnight. What do you do with the rest of this day?
She goes to talk to Murdoch, asks for a room 14, or not, or a room close to 14. Not just like. Is 14 like on the second floor?
Yes, you can get a room on the second floor if that's what you're asking for.
Asks for a room on the second floor, and stays the night.
You actually stay the whole night?
Yeah.
Okay.
She does like send. Well, she like goes.
What are you trying to do? Is what I'm asking.
Gonna wait for this guy to wake up in the next day. She's gonna send like I don't know some.
Are you gonna stay awake that entire time?
No, she's gonna sleep. She's gonna spend her time sleeping here. She's going to send like a pigeon or something back to like keep saying like she's doing some investigative work, and she'll be back tomorrow afternoon.
All right. I am terrifying thought.
What's
Anaphage is an aerosol.
Do.
yeah?
Sure.
So, you sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a flat check.
Roll a flat check.
Just roll a d20.
Can I take a reroll, guys?
What did you roll?
4 on die.
Is that good or bad?
Flat checks are just like any other roll. Ideally, higher is better.
Oh, come on.
Nice. You're really killing it.
How much longer do we have in the session? Like, hour?
Like an hour.
Can't take one more.
Sure.
Okay.
I really wished we could have gotten to some combat in this session, but we probably won't.
I guess.
Was that another one?
No, it's a 9.
Guess this is what we're going with.
Yep. Not. Guess the dice don't want me to succeed this one.
So, you wake up doing your morning preparations, I assume.
Yeah. She doesn't have the wayfinder, I think, so she doesn't do the daily cleaning.
The captain has already left.
Shit. Assuming with their other men too.
Yes.
Is the statue already accepted in the city?
You arrive outside just as a message has been sent from the Disserones. There's like one of their retainers there, and they have like signed documentation that it is allowed in the city, and the guards are like, okay, and they're like shackling up some horses to this thing to like pull it in.
And there's no sign of any other Ifrit around.
The Ifrit are still there.
Oh, the Ifrit are still here, but the captain's gone.
The captain is also still there.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't in his room.
Right.
Okay.
Captain's gone. He disappeared. They showed up without the captain. He was a myth.
She walks up to the Ifrit that she talked to last night and said, did you sleep well?
I slept just fine, thank you.
No problem.
Have you come to commune further with our gift?
Well, I'm sure I'll have more time for that later. It's pretty hard to miss.
Quite.
I actually wanted to speak, I assume there's one that's more finely dressed. Like that's obviously the captain, or...
That is who you're speaking to.
Oh, I'm speaking to the
Yeah.
captain. Okay.
Sorry, I don't have a million voices.
No,
I got
no.
like 10.
That's fine.
Oh, that's cool. I only have like 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of them is Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
That's not very useful.
It's not. No.
I just
don't
wanted,
suppose it is.
to actually ask you, I had heard just conversing with one of your...
Discord just
one
falls
of
out.
the other people in your party.
That's funny. You should try
that
it
you,
in the
that you were related to the royal family, or not related, but worked as a royal guardsman. Yeah,
Yes, I work for their family. I work for the royal family of Ashianor.
Do you have any, like, who built it? I was just curious. I wanted to know if, because I have some other Efreet friends, and I want to know if they might know.
It was constructed by the craftsman that works for the Imolan family.
Oh, like, okay, I see.
It is as direct a gift from the king of Ashianor as one can receive. Short of, I suppose, him composing poetry for you.
Okay.
Sorry.
God!
A phone was dropped in this house.
Oh
You
my-
can't drop a sword, so you have to
cannot-
drop something else.
I intertwined the cables with the fucking thing to prevent me from having to hear the noise of the cables knocking against the thing, and then you proceed to find a way to still make that noise.
You could not have done that any better, for lack of a better term, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, you're a Cairo, yes?
Yes, my name is Cairo.
Ah, yes. Pleasure. Please make your acquaintance. I'm a one Cassandra Wayfinder. It was nice to meet you and just generally have conversation.
Nice to meet you, Juan Cassandra.
What do you want?
Fuck. That's why but no. Well, as I said, one of my friends is an Efreet, and I've never met anymore. I just wanted to commune with.
That's not
people.
technically true.
It's not technically false. Is what you
Well,
mean.
no, I mean, you've met one more.
Who?
The doppelganger.
Oh, the doppelganger. Yeah, that's not technically true, but like actually talks to the Efreet. I never met any more. I just wanted to talk to more people around the world. I don't go out of the north very often, so it's very rare for me to get the opportunity to speak from people so far away.
Oh, yes.
That's not technically a lie.
Have you considered staying there?
Sometimes, yes, but you never really...
So where you're from, is it customary to hold up people who have like business and would like to go home?
Well, no. So with that, I'll bid you adieu. Have a good, have safe travels.
Yes, I hope you have a lovely day.
Right. And she goes.
Brutal. Savage. Wrecked. Absolutely taken down.
taken down.
So,
She doesn't show any signs of being upset, though.
the statue is corralled into the city. The Efreet go with it. And it is taken, as far as you can see, all the way up to, like, the castle. Do you do anything else? Does anyone have anything else they're going to do? This is the next day. If there's nothing specific, I'm going to, like, move forward to the festivities.
What celebration?
Do the Efreet stay once it's been dropped off? Or do they go back home?
Captain Cairo stays.
Captain Cairo stays.
Yes.
I see.
He stays because he is there to give it as a direct gift from the King of Shianor to the King of...
That thing has Arcanophage tanks in it, and the nose is to disperse it.
He is here to give this gift to the King of Halifax,
Here you go.
and the
It's gonna
intent
sneeze.
is to officially, like, so they've wrapped it in a huge cloth,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to, like, unveil it to the king in the middle of, like, the festivities.
Okay. Kat doesn't really have anything else that she outstandingly wants to do during the day. She just hangs out until nightfall, unless anyone else has any other things she wants to talk about with her. She goes and retrieves the Wayfinder, though.
He has nothing to say.
Don't worry, I took excellent care of it.
I'm sure you did. I left it in capable hands. And does Castor do anything? I guess he's sitting on a bench somewhere eating an apple like an asshole.
Like an asshole.
If Castro has nothing specific he would like to do, okay. So, Another couple of days pass.
I don't either.
No other like nobles straggle, and you guys were the last. And you guys still don't see the king in the entire time you're here, but there are tons of people who are like hurrying over the next couple of days. There's like word sent out through a multitude of criers. It's like there's going to be a huge festival like coming real soon, you know, and there's going to be like a big announcement, and there's going to be like, you know, we're going to celebrate victory, and we're going to honor the brevins and the militia who gave their lives and that kind of thing. So that's how that proceeds.
If I may, the night before the festivities begin, Cass wants to like go under the cover of nightfall, and wants to like go to the statue where it's being kept.
Okay.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's any guards around it at night?
Sure.
That's not too bad. That would be 39.
39. So there are no guards guarding this in the evening that you can see. It is just left in a courtyard.
And it's still like draped with that.
Yes.
Okay. Cass like switches the visor on and like has it go over her head, and wants to like try and work her way up inside the cloth, and just like crawl her way up and get to the head again.
You are at the head.
And she wants to stick her head inside the nose this time.
Okay.
Can it fit if your fist barely can?
Like, you're...
That's true. The fist could barely fit in there.
You could thunk your head against the nostril.
I'm just like, oh, right.
Congratulations. Your head is successfully against the nostril. It smells like arcanophage. You're now infected.
Right. That would make sense. Well, how about this? And what she does is she just like, cause she usually, I established this previously, she does like have a mirror and stuff on her. What she does is that like she kind of like makes like a little mirror system, like she breaks the mirror in half, and
7 years bad luck.
like just like has like a little periscope almost that she just kind of jerry rigs together and tries it and shoves it up in there to see if she can see inside there.
So it's pitch black, but it's just because there's no illumination, like there's no light. Do you like shine a light through your mirrors?
She has the Wayfinder and
Please
sticks
don't
the...
tell me you shoot and use the fucking muzzle flare.
No! the Wayfinder has its own glow to it.
Okay.
And she sticks the barrel in the other nostril. And has the ambient glow from the barrel try and illuminate the inside of the head.
Crafty.
Okay, so that doesn't work. The nostrils are separated.
They're separated, okay.
Fancy suit of yours got a flashlight?
I mean, I suppose I could test that. I never really tried. It has dark vision. Like, I could see, like, it has, like, night vision goggles, almost, but I don't think that really works if it's through a mirror.
I mean, it should.
Does it? I guess she tries that.
What are you trying to do, sorry?
Like, see if, like, switching on the dark vision capabilities of the suit would reveal anything through the mirrors, or if that's even possible.
So it's just that there is no light. Like,
Okay.
dark vision still needs some kind of light. There's just no light inside this thing.
Okay, so in that case, you just like tries and shoves it up the same nostril, very precariously. See how that works. She's determined.
See if you have a flashlight.
I can tell she's determined.
Well, that's too bright. It's under a cloth wrap, and I would reveal that there was someone finagling with the cloth wrap.
That's true.
And the shuffling around with the rifle isn't.
Well, at midnight, when everyone's asleep, in the middle of a courtyard, no less, I feel like that's a bit less noisy or less like, because it's a dull glow. It's not like a bright flashlight.
It doesn't change the fact that there is obvious movement under the cloth.
It depends on what the moon is like at that night. Is it a full moon? Is it a new moon where it's darker?
That's a question for your DM.
I guess what is it? What kind of moon is it? What's the moon?
I have no idea. Rivera has 2 moons, though. I guess I could find out what phases of the moons are right now.
Moon.
That would be slightly harder.
Well, let's hope it's somewhere closer to the new moon side of things and not the full moon.
Well, since there are 2 moons, you're probably never going to end up where both of them are, like, dark.
Yeah.
But let's assume they are. Let's assume that there is some amount of light.
Okay.
What is your plan?
My plan is to use just the light that the Wayfinder generates and shove it up the same nostril that I have my little periscope
Mm-hmm.
that I jerry-rigged, and see if that creates any sort of light to look through inside.
Roll perception.
It is not sitting down properly. It's significantly worse than even when it wasn't. That would be 26.
It is very dark, and the illumination is not particularly helpful. But something you do see with the little bit of light that you have is there is a texturing which does not appear to be entirely metallic, and there is no shine. Even though this metal is blackened, it still has some sheen. There's no shine. There's no reflection back to the light.
Okay. Is this cloth really thick? Can I not see through it, or is it?
It is thick. It's
Okay.
almost a centimeter thick, maybe.
That is a thick ass cloth, but it makes sense.
I have to use the restroom.
Okay.
Clothes.
I really don't want to use a flashlight. Because even if it's still a centimeter thick, that would still be hey, there's something there.
Yeah. I think it would.
It's probably less light than is ambient.
It just may depend on the color of the cloth. Light wouldn't
'Cause
pass
black-
through certain colors of cloth as easily as others.
Black cloth absorbs light.
Right.
So-
It probably would. If it was a centimeter thick black cloth draped over it, it would not pass through it. I don't think no one would be able to see it from the outside. But if it's white or something, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
I have already formulated a plan. If that is a dispersal thing for your canifage.
Well, I want to know.
There's our
Now.
tanks and the Ifrit statue. Probably a good thing I didn't come along.
If I can, I can resilient sphere the
Oh my god, Dad.
the statue,
Damn it.
and then I can levitate it away.
This episode brought to you
Or
by
at the very
Ramen
least, I can do that to the
ASMR.
king, which would
Why don't you just teleport it to the
I
Alright
gotta
then.
touch it.
Opulence.
Thanks, Callus.
Okay. Well, seeing that this hasn't worked, she's actually going to pause for a little bit and see if she can, hear anything around. Is there anyone around right now? Is there,
It is just the sound of the eve.
Okay. In that case, she's just going to be let's see if this thing has a flashlight, and tries to see if the suit has any sort of way to project light.
Thank you.
You're
The
Oh,
cord
so-
keeps falling out. Is the only reason I'm not.
welcome. Flashlight command not recognized.
Illuminate.
Torch.
Yeah, it's
Stick
British.
a flammable object upside.
No. It's European. Say torch.
Torch?
They call
Command
flashlights
recognized.
Told you.
There is a bright light that shines out of your face.
Who?
She
Brave.
she moves and angles her face so it shines into the nose. Hopefully the metal reflects the light decently.
So-
lower intensity, 50%.
Your makeshift mirrors shine the light inside.
Mm-hmm.
The inside of whatever this is not metallic.
What is it? What does it look like?
What is it?
Kind of can I roll a perception to see try and identify it or?
No, you've already done that. I'm
What
not
is
gonna
it?
let you roll for it again.
Where is it?
But
How well affects me?
what I will say is that it's not metal. It doesn't sheen. And something that you notice is that like the space you're looking into, as like air rushes out, because the air has like been proceeding to like flow as you've been here. As the air rushes out, the inside contracts, and then as air comes back in, it expands.
It is breathing.
Like lungs.
I knew it. It's a golem.
It breathes.
Golems do not have lungs,
That's true.
unless they're flesh golems, in which case that's just meat, though.
They have too many lungs.
She speaks in speaks in Jotun again. There's no one around. I can whisper.
There's no response.
This motherfucker's not about to blow his cover. What do you want about?
She wiggles the. Actually, you know
Wiggles
what?
the Wayfinder in
What
his
she
fucking
does-
nose.
So. Oh man, I'm so glad I go so in depth with my character sometimes. She has feathers chained on, or not chained, but like fixed on the hilt of her swords, and she still has one of them. She takes one of the feathers off and just classic.
The inside of the nose?
The inside of the nose.
There is a brief moment of like reprieve, like just pause, and then there's like an exhale of air, but like it's like, you know how you like animate in a sneeze?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Come on. I gotta get you to crack somehow.
More.
The more you do it, there are these like irritated attempts to like to sneeze, but nothing happens.
I really don't want to shoot you. That would be very, very uncalled for. Well, although I suppose this invasion of privacy is also uncalled for. But she's saying all this in Jotun, by the way. She forgot to turn it off.
Just ranting in Jotun now.
Yeah, just...
Yeetin.
What else would potentially trigger a reaction?
Stab it.
You see this handle?
They're antler handles. She puts,
Drop an apple into it.
drop
No.
an apple. I have to throw it up.
She's not an asshole.
Push an apple into it.
Push an apple into it.
Use your gun as a ram.
Oh my god, no. She takes the handle of her... She says in Jotun, you see this handle? Like, pricks in the nose a little bit.
So, just before you do that,
Oh no.
or well, I'll say right after you do that, but before you have a complete idea of what the results of it are,
Mm-hmm.
make a reflex save.
There it is.
Oh. 26.
Okay, so you are brought to the ground.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Mhm.
You are brought to the ground with the like tarp that is sitting over the statue,
I see.
and Captain Kairos is right there. Can I help you?
What is that?
It is a statue.
No, it isn't.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Some say so.
You're out here wandering in the middle of the night, shoving your hands up the nose of a statue on some queer suspicion that it is anything but. It is solid metal, and he like bangs his hand against the thing. I don't know what you think it is, but I assure you it's a statue, and I find it immensely unfortunate that we are in the middle of about to ally with you people, because you are easily twice as dense as this. And he bangs on the statue one more time. If you don't return to your quarters immediately, I am going to have the guards here apprehend you for whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do. Because tampering with a gift that is being given to the king, I am sure is as treasonous here as it is in my home.
Damn it. Can't be so good at stealth all the time.
Unfortunate.
Well, what do you do?
So, I am going to say we got about 30 minutes, but I don't really have, like, anything to do in those 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say a couple of things, and we're probably going to close out
Okay.
a little early. Hold on, though.
Hold on.
Sorry. So, as you are returning to your room, unless you don't,
She's not that thick.
that's a first.
Yeah, she's thick, but she's not that thick. She goes back to her room.
Okay.
But she looks like she just not while he's there, but like while she's like walking away.
Just
So you stuck a blade up this thing's nose, right?
I stuck the antler handle up its nose and tried to prick the inside that wasn't metal.
Okay. So something that you notice as you are walking back to your room is that there is blood on the handle of your weapon. And that is where we'll probably end this.
Did you have something you wanted to do?
I mean, I could just say like she does this, like she doesn't sleep this night. She does not sleep this night. What she does is she spends the rest of the night analyzing the blood. I mean, however much she can analyze the blood. Obviously, I can't like put it like.
You can make an alchemy roll, and I can give you one last piece of information before we go. And then I'm gonna freshen up your face, and we're gonna take y'all home, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, I need to drive you.
33.
That's alchemy?
Yes.
Okay.
+1.
Okay. So, you can't identify exactly what, but based on how thick it is, you are relatively certain it is some kind of giant's blood.
Well, shit. All right.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You were right. Okay. I'm glad that my own.
That would be much worse.
That would be so much worse.
Good station.
I'm glad you thought so.
And I'm sorry that I feel like you get the least spotlight caster, and I do feel bad.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I don't have much going on. There are a handful of interactions I want to have, but a good point for those to happen has not occurred.
I've actually, and I'm glad that Cassandra got a session where she could do a lot of stuff on her, where she got to do a lot of stuff on her own.
I am too. I'm glad that I got to do a decent bit over here with Lasara.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to finish up most of what they're doing between this week and next week. That way I'm less distracted and I can get us along to them being back with the party faster.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna do shit through Discord.
Coolio.
Don't die, because if you die in Discord, you die in real life.
Oh wow, really?
Oh.
If you don't want the rest of your food, I will eat it.
That's
Is that
fucking
just
harsh.
corn?
This is just corn. This is bad. You don't want this.
What is wrong with it?
It's chewed meat.
Did I tell you guys about the one time that someone repeatedly left chewed meat on their oh no. So this person at work.
Oh,
You know how some people like they chew grizzle and they're like, oh shit, that's grizzle. Uh-oh, I don't like that. Spit it back out.
Yeah, that's not what that was. I just sometimes meat just gets like really,
Yeah, I get it.
But
Because if you chew it too long, yeah. Well, this person didn't stop it one time.
oh dear,
Didn't stop it 2 times.
oh dear.
Didn't stop it 3 times. 4 times! There are 4 clumps of chewed meat on this person's plate. Wrapped in a napkin. So like I went to go pick it up to move it with the
Oh,
napkins.
no!
And it all fell out. I was like...
Oh god,
That was not fun.
That's so awful.
See where this goes next week.
I actually